Well, I guess we'll just do that. It froze and just completely fucked up before we even started. That's wonderful. So we'll just crack on as we are. Amazing. This is just nothing more than I expect. This fucking computer is a bag of shit. John Wong, you need to come down here and have a look. Anyway, where are we? 99 people still watching. Now tell me, are you seeing this? One, if you are, let us know. And then we'll talk about the today and how you felt about it. And then we'll do the call in, or we'll do the call in and see how you felt about it later. Who knows? And I've been stone cold sober all day, so we can't blame the tragic outcome of my computer on my inebriation. Although I have a selection, by the way. While I was on Roger's stream, great, you've all got ones. Yeah, right. Cheers, Al. 5 + 5. Great. Now, that's the usual drink of choice, as well you know. But somebody said, have you tried the orange? Not exactly, but we will. And you can put this down here quite quick just to get you in the mood. So there we go. Now, where are we then? That's the Independent. So I'm probably not actually going to be able to read that, am I? Let's have a quick go. See what comes up. Oh, there you are. We'll screen share that actually if we can. Present. COVID. Does that mean we're now going to allow to talk about it, given the fact that it's now not a thing? And so many of us, it never was. Whatever. COVID-19, no longer a global health emergency, the World Health Organization declares. What was that? Because many people weren't believing it anymore, or because you'd actually rinsed the daylights out of it, or that one's gone about as far as it can and you're building up for the next thing coming in? Or is it the fact that now you've got the Cold War underway and we'll be spending billions and trillions on that, depending on which side of the water you are? Did a video about this earlier on. If you haven't watched it, you could watch that later, or I could recap it if you wish. How many people saw that video earlier on that I did about the threat of a nuclear war? Let me know. If you saw it, put 1. If you haven't, put 2. And that will give me some decided on whether I talk about it now. But anyway, so the World Health Organization, COVID-19 is no longer represents a global emergency, the World Health Organization declared on Friday. The announcement represents a symbolic step towards the end of a pandemic that has taken more than 6.9 million lives and disrupted billions of others. Yeah, so how many of those people died when anybody who died around that event just got put down as died of COVID? How many of that was that? How many of them died from the intervention after? How many of them died because they didn't actually get the medical attention they needed, etc.? Right, I'm seeing a lot of ones here, so you've already watched the video earlier on, so I won't have to talk about that. I'm guessing. 1984, very true. So it comes as more than 3 years after the alerts, highest at 30th Jan 2020. Remember that coming out. Lowering it demonstrates the extent of international progress on vaccines and treatment. That's the biggest load of shit I've ever fucking heard. Honestly, why is it the actual death rate went down during lockdown than in the last 5 years? Why is it that pneumonia, not pneumonia, why is it that the flu vanished for 2 years? Fucked off on tour, did it? It's all bollocks anyway, and I'm going to fucking say it. Anyway, so they decided that they can't rinse much more out of it, so they'll wrap it up neatly and tidily and brush it under the carpet and say, didn't we do a fucking great job? While there's many people walking around the planet with a ticking time bomb on board. I don't know what you think about it, but I think there's a load of fucking wank. Of course, I'm not one to actually say what I think, am I? We did the speed spotlight myself. That was good there. We did the speed trap thing. You've seen the speed trap thing that I did earlier on. They've now got a camera that can look inside your cars. It's a 4D camera that works day and night. Right, Joanne likes the blood orange. Thatcher's. Blood orange. Oh, it is as well. Blood orange cider. Shows how much I read. I just picked the fucker up. Where were we? Right. Okay. Well, I'll just put that back to the chat so I can see if anybody's putting anything in there. Let's go back over here. Over here. Oh, that's great. It's going to play that music now. You can fuck off. You've had your time. Let's put that over there. So, Did any of you watch the coronation today? Don't mind if you did, right? No worries. I mean, because apart from obviously sausage fingers, there's a lot of pomp and ceremony that goes into it. The military were out doing their thing. The horses were out into the crowd, speaking to the crowd personally. And then you had the "Not My King" people out there, which when I first saw that, I thought, what a bunch of tossers. But now I'm starting to think, I don't like the guy much at all. I don't like what he stands for. I don't like the groups that he moves in. I don't like what they've covered up, etc., etc. However, I like the idea of having a monarchy, just not one that fucks kids and covers up nonsense all over the place, makes friends with the people like Jimmy Savile, etc., who, you know, let's be honest, if Andrew wasn't a royal, he probably would have been in a lot more trouble for going to Epstein Island a few times and whatever else. I also don't like the fact that Prince Philip said once in an interview, he said, the biggest thing that we have to deal with is a population. If I could come back as anything, I'd like to come back as a deadly virus and kill most of the population. It kind of struck me as odd. Mountbatten, a bloke who, while he was in the military, caused numerous blunders, which cost a lot of our military men's life. And although he was painted as a great man and then made the viceroy of somewhere over there, and he used to like fucking young Indian boys while his missus went off and fucked Indian boys. But whatever. And then obviously you put a 14-year-old young boy you probably quite fancied in charge of your boat, wouldn't you? If you're a nonce, and then sail it out and the IRA get to it and blow him, you, and a few others up while the rest of them just about made it. Yeah, I was more, as I said in the video before, I was more interested in Warren Point and the 18 innocent parrots that got blown up by them bunch of Marxist cunts. Mountbatten allegedly introduced Charles to Savile. Wouldn't surprise me. But at the end of the day, it's a dodgy old family. And everybody said they liked Queenie. Well, when I was a lad, I liked Queenie. But then when I realized all of the shit fuckery in her family that she'd covered up successfully, how high up the what they call it, those funny handshake fuckers, you hate that when that happens more often as you get older. Funny handshake, Masons, and you begin with an M. But anyway, yeah, I think she's about level 7 or upwards, isn't she? There it is. So look at a few stories here. Where are we? Prince Harry heads back to US before end of his father's coronation. Apparently he was snubbed because the seating arrangements weren't very good. So the Duke of Sussex did not join his family back at Buckingham Palace, meaning that he will not feature in any of the official portraits. Oh, well, I'm sure he's broken-hearted about that. What was that on the instruction of his handler? That being his wife? I don't know. Liverpool fans boo national anthem before Premier League game against Brentford. Liverpool also don't like buying the Sun after the shit job that the Sun did reporting on the tragedy. It said a significant number of Liverpool fans booed the national anthem ahead of the Premier League match against Brentford. The Premier League has asked all clubs playing at home this weekend to, I'm going to have to watch the rest of this tonight. All clubs playing at home this weekend to play the anthem and make the coronation of the king. I'll take calls in a minute. Liverpool confirmed on Friday, yes. So we'll go back to that because I'm not really into football, as well you probably know. My understanding of football is pretty fucking shit. Labour won back swathes of Brexit voters in local election. Did they? It's got a picture of Starmer looking like he should have a number underneath him there. I believe that Conservative got an absolute smashing in local elections. I'm not surprised. Let's be honest. There's a lot of people that don't like the Prime Minister for numerous reasons, and all of them, I can't blame him. He's one of the globalists. He's a rich elite. He's a wanker. Also, if you've got a racist person, they ain't going to like the fact that some bloke who doesn't look like he originates from this country is now leading it. That's the truth, whether we like it or not. When you look at the diversity within our leadership and within, say, for instance, up and down the country as mayors and stuff like that, it's about as good as the diversity within the Senate. I think there's about 52% of them have Jewish lineage, which I find interesting. And then when you look at the Labour Party, they've got there's a forum, a Jewish forum in there that are bringing in lots of people who are sympathetic to Israel and its needs. And Keir Starmer is very sympathetic to them. And unfortunately for them, Jeremy Corbyn wasn't. It was an interesting stance for Jeremy Corbyn. He supported their enemy. But there it is. Keir Starmer has, what did he call himself? A socialist, and yet how many millions he made? Another bloke that's tied into Jimmy Savile because he managed to cover up exactly what Jimmy Savile had been up to and bury that one nicely. Another one that was interestedly into burying the amount of kids that were being fucked over by people in stature was Theresa May. So when she isn't dancing through the cornfields, probably the most exciting thing she ever did, she's busy burying the records of her dad, who was a nonce, allegedly, and all the other people that are up to no good. Amazing. But these people do look after each other, even if they don't like each other. That's the key thing. They're all tied together with their complicity within guilt and crime and criminality, whatever you want to call it, and noncery and all the rest of it. And they know that they have to play the game. Cyril Smith, bit of an interesting one. Leon Britton, another one. The Prime Minister of Great Britain during, was it the 60s or 70s? I can't remember his name. It'll come to me in a minute. If you know the name, put it in the comments. They're all a bunch of fucking wrong uns. But how could we get such a massive concentration of paedophiles in the upper echelons? Is it the fact that some of these lineages of bloodlines have been so interbred that they're actually into incest and they're also into maybe noncery? Or is it something more than that? Is it the fact that they go to these public schools where they get buggered and then when they get older, they bugger their kids? Or is it something else? Is it the fact that they can get away with it, so they will? Heath, well done. That's who it was. So Russian opens terror plot after car blast wounds pro-Kremlin writer. It's interesting. If he's pro-Kremlin and somebody tried to blow him up, who did try and blow him up? But let's not forget the attempt that was successful about a guy who'd fled the USSR. It wasn't actually in Russia. It was some other part. I can't remember where it was, and probably some of you will remember. But in the 70s, he came over and he was a presenter. He used to be, I think he was a writer and whatever back there, but he was a presenter on, I think it was BBC 4. And it was the first time that somebody was stabbed in the back of the leg by an umbrella on London Bridge. And it was a tiny little pellet that was probably the end size of a ballpoint pen that had holes in it that was sealed up with wax. And inside it, I think, was one of the most deadliest poisons. And I think it was the same poison that did that other defector back in 2010. Was it around that time? Might have been earlier. It'll come to me in a minute on that one. But anyway, this guy was broadcasting from the UK, and I think he was going out over the world service as well, basically decrying Russian, USSR's policy and giving up secrets. And he knew that they were going to come after him. Kinkora? Yeah. Right. I can't even pronounce that. Polonium, or ricin. That's another one. I think ricin was the one that did the last guy, but that polonium, yeah. Basically, they had to take a biopsy or whatever it was, cut it out because he complained. When he went to the hospital, he said, I'm a defector, a Russian defector, or a defector from the USSR, and they've tried to kill me, I think, because he went in there with a fever. He wasn't taken seriously, but as things got worse, and I think his white blood cells and all the rest of it all started going really wrong, things started shutting down. They took him seriously. But anyway, yeah, so Russia can reach out to different countries and go after people because it's not just done it here, it's done it all over the place. However, Litvinenko, there you go. And he was, yeah, polonium flavored tea. Oh, still at the party in soon. Oh, Alan, how is it? Obviously, you're not drinking, and you said the food's shit, and I hope they're not watching this stream, because if they are, you might as well get your coat now, mate. You know. Anyway, man pleads guilty to throwing Molotov cocktails at Colorado church. That's not very nice, is it? There was some other stuff that I was going to go about. Apparently, a load of anti-royalists got lifted. Who'd have thought? And I really didn't want to talk about it, but it does seem like everything is all about the coronation at the moment. Do you know how much money we spent? I haven't got a clue, but it's our money that they spent, as far as I'm aware. Food was better than I thought. Well done. Well, it's quid dinner now, isn't it? I mean, eat it up, take a doggy bag home, winner. Also, apparently, the friend of the prince, who is a commentator, said that King Charles, as he is now, wouldn't wanted people to swear allegiance to him, would have found it repugnant or something like that, or abhorrent or whatever. And it was during the week build-up, I believe, that he said that he didn't want people to swear allegiance, only because he knew everybody telling get fucked. I have to say that this is how strongly I feel. If I either swear allegiance or I did a year in prison, I'd go to prison because I stand by how I feel, and I would not, and I've been to prison before, so it is what it is. Simon does not read the chat on this channel. Look, I'm looking at a TV there trying to read it, right? And I'm trying to talk to you. How the fuck can I do both? This is why we need more people here helping. Anyway, I read what you said. Where we are. Oh, not again. Right, we're about to shut down again. The computer's about to crash. Fuck's sake. I don't know if you can hear. All I know is my screens have gone black again. If you hello. I seriously cannot understand how in the name of fuck this computer keeps crashing. I do not understand it, but it does. We see you 77. It could be. I mean, nothing is out of the realms of whatever. You know, I can play a game on it, fine. I can edit on it, which puts it through more, fine. But when I go live, it does this. You tell me. I'm no computer person, but I'm sure somebody who does understand computers would probably work out if there is something at my end or if it is something. Do I have a firewall? Don't know. I don't know enough about computers to tell you. It's not YouTube. What's it go? Whoever built it built it craply. It was built. And it was one of these that were advertised as a gaming PC that had this, that, and the other. Rah, rah, rah. Anyway, so yeah. Let's take a call. Fuck it. Hang on. Hello.
Hello, it's Greg here.
Hello, Greg. How you doing?
Yes. I'm fine. Thank you. I think you don't have a problem with the PC as such. You do have a problem with the connection.
But why would it turn the computer off? It actually.
So your computer
my computer keeps turning off.
Ah, okay. Do you have a blue screen?
No, everything goes black. All the screens turn off. You can't see shit, and it's still on. And then it turns off, obviously. And then
if you
go on.
if you could check if you go to a right button on your Windows Start and go to what is that event viewer,
All right.
then you can see.
Might as well do this a second. Where's event viewer?
Well, you've got that little start button on the left-hand side.
It's Windows 11. This is, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. I'm talking about Windows 10.
Yeah. No worries. Well, let's try something else.
If you get to a window event viewer, you can see what actually causing. If you go to Windows logs and then system, then you can see all problems you've got there. And when you look like a exclamation mark on the red background, you can actually see what went really wrong. And then you can search if you click on details, you can search the error on the Microsoft, and that will tell you exactly. But that hard reset indicate that something with your hardware is wrong. Either, but if you know memory, that you will get the blue screen. If that would be graphic card, you would have some artifact on the screen. But if you have just a black screen, I would suspect either a power supply, something like that.
Well, do you know what? Somebody else said it could have been the power supply, because the power supply for this is, oh, fucking hell, I can't remember. But somebody else was saying that they reckon it should be more. All right. And what I can't understand is, how is it that live streaming uses more power than gaming?
Well, because you don't power up so many.
Because when I'm playing this, well, when I'm playing that, it's on VR, and all of these screens are still on. Yeah,
but as soon as you're doing the stream, you have to power your camera. I don't know. I believe via USB. So that's 7.8 volts.
Right. It doesn't work like that with this, because what I've got is I've got an external USB that's powered. Right. There's power going into it.
Okay.
And the cameras all go into the back of this Live Pro setup. And then it's one feed that goes back out to there. So it's not taking up much power. This Rodecaster is going into that one, and that one then goes into there. It could be the power. It has done it twice in early days when I was doing editing, but I can do editing and go on to Discord and have the camera on, and Discord's quite heavy on the power. But anyway, what I need is somebody to actually get into it and have a look. But it's either going to be a power supply, which is, if it is, that's pissed me off a treat, because I bought this because it's supposed to be top spec, and it's clearly not.
But that can be a really trivial thing. If you look into your power supply connectors, you could have the power wire that actually connects to the power supply can be faulty. So if you plug it a little bit further, so you can feel that a little bit resistant, then that will make a better connection to the power supply. Because I think it's a power supply, because that black screen doesn't indicate that there's something wrong with the system or hardware.
Somebody also said that I might have a dodgy bit of RAM in there. Is that a possibility? Right.
Absolutely not. If you had a dodgy RAM, you would see the blue screen.
Right. So the power supply is not a cheap deal, is it? It's about 500 quid for that, isn't it?
No. What are you talking about? No. For 120 quid, you can get 80 plus silver proper power supply. Definitely not 500 quid. Come on.
Right. I drive lorries. But yeah, I'd like to get a really whopping great fuck off power supply in that thing, so that it doesn't ever have this again. Because apart from that, it's great computer.
Well, let me search that for you.
While you're doing that, I'm going to turn these lights on, because that one's right on my face and I can't read the bloody screen. Hang on a second. Hang
power supply replacement parts. 145, and this is a 1 giga 80 plus gold, which is bloody good. Gigabyte, and I will send you this link in the chat.
Right, let's try and do that and get rid of that bloody light. There you go. That's much better. You get this light on this camera, and it's a tiny little thing, but good God, you can't see a damn thing. Mind you, that's.
I'm sending you a link to Amazon. That one is really good one and costs only 145 quid.
I'll pay that. Quite happily, I'll buy it tonight. Right. Incidentally, if anybody who knows me, can they put a link to my Discord in here? Because obviously somebody can come in here and something to come into Discord later, and I can go through the events log with them, and it'll tell you. But I don't. Everybody's saying view the event log. I can't get into the bastard to see it. I don't know. How do you go about that on Windows 11? Anybody got any idea? Tech talk over. You're not giving any assistance there, Paris in the Philippines. Oh, right. Unlock more reward points. Great. And that's unlock your reward points and finish your daily setup. That's Windows. Cheers, Windows. Are you taking the piss? Anyway, there it is. Sorry. 1,000 watt PS. Hang on, where'd that go? 1,000 watt PSU, 150 quid. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a modular. And
I got a feeling that's either 500
gold.
I got a feeling that's either 500 or 750, something like that.
Yeah, but if you get that, because everybody's saying that if you get it smaller, then it will use less power, which is bollocks. Because obviously this 1,000 watt is available, not used all the time. So if your PC needs a little bit more, it will grab that power, not use it all the time.
I'll be honest, I don't care how much electric it uses. That's not a problem, right? What is a problem is when it goes off.
You're very wealthy then.
No, not wealthy. It's just not on that much to actually matter. If it was on all day long, it'd be a problem, wouldn't it? But it's not on that often. No.
This one, it's really will do the job, mate. This one will do the job. I think. I mean, probably 750 will be as well good, but please target into a 80 plus gold or something like that. They are really stable and they will provide the power that your PC wants.
Right. Okay. No worries. Pap, got that. I'll be with you in a minute, mate, because I've got the worry is.
I'm running out. It's nice to talk to you, mate.
All right, mate. No worries.
Mate.
All right, cheers for that. See you in a bit. Bye-bye. Yeah, Pap, it does also seem that when I fire up Discord, that doesn't help either. Hello.
Oh, Simon. How you doing? It's Mike.
How you doing, mate?
Not bad. I've only phoned just to give you a quick check that you can do. So go to your search bar and just type power sleep settings. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening, mate.
You still there?
Oh, hang on. Fuck, what have I just done there? Why has it sent me over to a advice thing?
God knows.
Right, hang on, wait up. Let's just copy that.
Yeah, hold up, let's just turn your You come up on the bloody screen. Just search power and sleep settings.
Yeah, it's sending me to the web for some reason.
Right. Normally it's an app. Or just type power and just type power, see what comes up. It'll give you options of apps rather than web searches.
Power Automate, Power, they're all apps. Power C, all in the web. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this when I'm offline. Well, at least when I'm not on here, because
what you want to check is your power and sleep settings, because sometimes if there's no activity from your mouse or keyboard while you're gassing away, it goes to sleep.
I went on that earlier on and made sure that wasn't the case. I put it over to 3 hours.
Oh, right. I just thought it might have been something simple. That's all.
No, because the screen was lighting out earlier on, but I was still live.
Right.
So I wiggled the mouse and it came back. So that we were thinking it could have been that, but no, it is what it is. It's a fucker. I've got a feeling we could be right about that. Because
it could be the power supply.
Because the daughter's boyfriend said that's way too small a power supply for what you've got, and he's
what graphics card you got?
Yeah, don't know.
Because I mean, that's the thing that sucked the power, especially on streaming. Yeah, if you got an NVIDIA card in there, but I don't know how old your computer is, how long you had it.
It's within a year.
Oh, it is. So you'll have put your new card in there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be all singing, all dancing shit. Like, you know what I mean? You bought it off the shelf for $3,500. So,
oh Christ,
yeah, it's no slug, that thing.
I was going to tell you, I'd be surprised if it's got an underpowered PSU in there at that price, power supply.
Yeah, well, so was I, but apparently the daughter's boyfriend, who's a tech bloke, said, "Nah, that's too small for what you're doing." Rev,
yeah, if it's 500 watts, definitely, especially with these new graphics cards, 500 watts is not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the thing in there now, but I can't, obviously, while I'm on air, tell you how much it is. But yeah, I don't think it was turn it off again, Alan. Fuck off. Go eat some shit food. He's a kid. Yeah, so it is what it is. Anyway, how did you get on today with all the fucking normies wandering around with all the bunting?
I don't. Well, there's not a lot up here, to be honest. But I've just kept away from it. I just can't. I just can't buy in with it. It's none of it. You know, I wasn't really a monarchist anyway, but I think it's finally died now. Queen Elizabeth has gone.
Yeah. She's the only one that tried to hold any sort of modicum of decency around the place, even though her kids were running around like absolute fucking headless chickens trying to be a prick. I mean,
well, this is the thing. They're just an international embarrassment, and now we've got one of the international embarrassments, our king, and I just think we're a bit of a laughing stock, to be honest.
And I thought she was going to be queen consort, and then she ended up queen. That turned out a bit different, didn't it?
Well, they seem to be doing what they want. They're reshaping things, don't they? And I mean, we all know what he's behind and who his masters are, and who his loyalties lie to. It certainly isn't to us. I mean, for it to be
you seen that picture of Rothschild poking him in the chest, don't you?
Yes, yeah.
How'd you get away with that?
Well, there's quite a few people in pictures that are poking him in the chest. You've got Jimmy Savile as well. Obviously, he was one of them.
Is that the sign?
Of his great advisors.
If you're a nonce, poke the prince in the chest.
It must be, yeah. Klaus Schwab said it go as well. So,
Klaus Schwab. Now, have you ever seen Sesame Street? I think it's Sesame Street. It was the Muppets. I don't know which one it was. And they had
you're going to talk about the cow.
I was going to talk about the Blue Eagle, right? You have a look at that Blue Eagle and tell me that's not Klaus Schwab.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hang on, I'm going to get a picture of him now. Fucking, what is it?
Looks a bit like Rishi Sunak as well.
Yeah.
But a different colour, obviously.
I can't even spell Eagle, but whatever. There he is. Hang on, I'm going to get some images up and see what you lot think. Because I'm telling you, it is Klaus Schwab. Right, I'll just share the entire screen because I'm shit at this and really could have done with somebody who knows what they're doing. Have a look at that. Is that Klaus Schwab? Tell me what you think. If you think it looks like Klaus Schwab, put 1 in the comments. If you think it doesn't, put 2. There you go. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Yes. So, okay. Well, are you on my Discord? Because if you are, come over later on or tomorrow and give us a hand. And I'll go through, or I'll try and get through the log and find out what happened. Because it would be nice to single out if it is the power. If it is the power, that's great. I'll buy a new power thing that fit me fucking self.
Yeah, but you've got
daughter's boyfriend can fit it.
What you got to watch is there's various different power settings in there, and you think you've done something like turn the sleep timer off with no activity, and then there's a power management.
I did see that it's got an economy setting, hasn't it?
Yeah, you want all that off. Turn it all off, and just let it do it. Let it stay on. It could be something else. It could be a USB port shutting it down if it's got permissions ticked to control the power of the PC. There's sort of multiple things on there.
Fucking hate computers. I need them, but I don't like them.
I know. The bane of my life as well. And the trouble is, the only reason why I thought it might be that, because, even people that do know quite a bit about computers tend to look at worst case and they don't look at the simple things. And I thought, I'll just wonder if it's something simple like, your power management settings or, screensaver settings or sleep settings, whatever.
Yeah. Hang on a second. What's somebody saying? It's not the power settings or PS. Is it? it's not the power settings or PSU. All right, what is it then? Sideways, look at the management to performance. Management. Yeah.
That's what I said. There's various different power settings. You think you've undone it, but there's something else on the power management side that will override it. And
you could get somebody around that would set all that up, and the next update it sets it all back, doesn't it?
I don't know with Windows 11, but I've set mine on Windows 10, and it always stays the same even after an update.
Right.
So it should stay the same. I think the only things that reset are if you've turned off all the bloatware in Windows. But they come back with updates. But things like power management shouldn't change.
Right. Oh, what can I say? Fuck knows.
But is there a pattern? Like if you've not touched the keyboard and mouse for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something,
it will turn the lights off. Yeah, if you know what I mean. That does happen.
I'm just wondering if it's.
But I went into that a minute ago and stopped it from doing it so quickly. And now, pardon me, I'm on. I've just fired up Discord. It may well do it again, but it'll do it a few times and then it'll be fine for a while. The other interesting note is when I turn that on and I turn this one on, right, the laptop, and have them both on at the same time in case that goes tits up, 99.9% of the time that won't go fucking tits up.
Right,
That's what makes me suspicious, isn't it?
Yeah, sod's law. I mean, it could be other things, dodgy connections or something, or something not seated right. If you've moved your computer about, something may have come unseated in the PCI slots or your memory slots. It might be just worth taking the lid off and making sure everything's down tight.
None of this shit moves, but I really don't want to go in there because I'll let somebody who knows or allegedly knows what they're doing fuck about with it.
Yeah,
what's it say? Apparently Windows 11 shit anyway, isn't it?
Well, but you shouldn't get problems like that. I wouldn't expect it to start shutting down unless it's hard. Normally, it's hardware. It's a hardware problem if it's something like that. If you've looked at the stuff like the power management and everything else and screensaver and turned all that off,
the Saxon said it's definitely the carburetors.
Throw some more coal in it.
Fucking hell.
Bloody hell, man.
Yeah, the asthma sees us through. Well, I've chucked Papad fucking link. Sooner or later, he'll get it, I dare say. And we should probably get him on, and then we'll start getting some other reprobates in, and they can lighten the load. And I'm on the Thatcher's Blood Orange, by the way. So if I start looking a bit funny,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice one. I'm just on the Colesberg piss water tonight, so
if it works, it works. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It takes a bit longer, but it eventually gets you there.
Get in there. Right. What Bob's chucked a fiver. What's Bob saying? Simon, how long have you had your computer? Have you ever opened up your PC to check for dust buildup around your processor and power?
Good point. Yeah.
I've had that probably about 6 to 8 months maximum. All right. It's a glass, it's glass all the way around, and you can see there's no fucking dust in there at all. So,
right. Yeah, but it'll be all collected in your filters. And if it's all collected in your filters, there's little dust filters.
I have to say,
on the case somewhere.
This did it from the moment I got it, this computer.
And, did it?
Yeah.
Right.
And when I got hold of the people, they were like fobbing me off here and fobbing me off there. And in the end, I just said, fuck it, and gave up. But yeah, from the moment I had it, and they were trying to tell me it was one of the memory sticks, possibly because they gave me this program where you see how much it's overloading.
Right.
And I did do that, and I think is it GPU?
Yeah, the graphics card, that'll be.
Yeah, it came up, but I need to find out what the program is and run it again.
I mean, it'd be interesting to know what graphics cards you have got, because some of them, they're very power hungry, and streaming will, I mean, you think it's only for the gaming side of it. It's not. I mean, a lot of the resources that will be used on your streaming. And does it happen when you game? That's the thing. Does it happen when you're gaming? No. Well, that could be two things. I mean, not so much power being taken. And the second thing could be because you're using your mouse and your keyboard and stuff like that all the time. So
yeah, I mean, I can't dig it up here because I just don't know no idea of how to do it at the moment, and I don't want to fuck anything more up. However, yeah, hi Rotten, by the way. Get a monitoring program to monitor temps and fan speeds, etc. I did do that, and the temps never went up much, even when I fully loaded the fucker. So that we knew it went throttling.
Not that.
Linda Hunter, Dawn Raven, well done. You're minted. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Well, I still suspect it's either something to do with the power management settings, or it's something that needs reseating, a card or a memory stick, or it could be a memory stick itself that either needs reseating, i.e. taking it out and putting it back in again, because it could be something as simple as that. I've had that in the past.
Right-click the Windows button, bottom left, and click Device Manager. Right-click, bottom left, right-click. Why does that come up like that? That doesn't look like Device Manager at all. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with Windows 11.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I preferred XP myself. You know what I mean?
Good old school stuff.
Yeah.
Well, at least they near enough perfected XP.
Yeah. I mean, it worked well, and then they decided they wanted to move along because everybody had to buy the next thing, isn't it? But
that's right. Yeah.
Do you know what? We've got more people watching now talking about computers than we have talking news. Interesting. We've got a lot of frustrated computer people out there with issues. Maybe.
Well, I can imagine. Yeah, got the same thing. And there are dodgy deals you get out there now that will say, it's top gaming machine, and depending where you get it, it's got an underpowered supply in there or dodgy memory, stuff like that. And it just keeps people wondering what they've done or have,
Right. Where's Taskbar, incidentally?
Taskbar's at the bottom right hand. Well, I'm saying on Windows 11, it's bottom right hand side of your screen.
Middle on the Windows 11, isn't it? Everything's moved to the middle.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's fucked up. Oh, right. We'll worry about that in a bit. Let's have a bit. Fucking thing. It's all the porn, Simon. Do you know what? And you're not going to believe this. All right. Never in the entire time of having that computer or that one did I ever try hunting porn on the internet, because I knew there were so many viruses out there. It just wasn't worth it. That was $2,000 when we got it, or $2 and a bit grand. And that did really well. That was power and everything until I burnt the fucker out. Still works. But we was running 3 screens in the game off it at the same time on that laptop. It was working pretty hard.
Wow.
But anyway, we have I'll just get that off. We have Pap here. Hello, Pap. How are you, love?
Hey, Pap.
Why is the buttons aren't up? What have I done wrong?
What?
Oh, look, Jesus.
Things up, they'll grab a bit more power and you go off again.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I should put a fucking avatar up, me going. Anyway, yes. So there it is. Pat, what have you been up to, mate?
Well, I was. No, actually, I did get a couple of hours sleep this afternoon.
Did you buy any? There you go. Right. So for you, all of you that aren't in on this, including you, Mr. Caller, sir, Pat says, no, I'm only going to drink once a week. And that's a Sunday night. I went, really? He went, yeah. I went,
I did say I'll either have a drink tonight or tomorrow night. So I'm going to have the drink tonight instead.
Yeah, he's got the refilling bottle. He says it's 1 bottle a week. I was like, oh, fair enough.
All right, mate. I'll let you grab a chance to get someone else on. But I just thought I'd call in just to see if it was something simple. I've been overlooking something.
It could well be, but it's got a simple bloke here that doesn't understand how I'm going to need when I'm not on here, so I know it won't go down.
Well, it's going to be a bit difficult doing it whilst you're on air anyway, isn't it? Going through settings and stuff like that. So
I'd give it a go, but yeah, no, it's not going to fucking help, is it? No. All right, buddy. Well, look, get into Discord if you want later on or tomorrow and give us a shout. Yeah. We'll have a look, all right?
Okay, mate. No worries.
All right, mate. Take it steady. See you in a bit. Right, Rog, no burping.
Well,
that's all right. I'll still try. Is my mic sounding all right?
Sounds fine. Got a call. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Well, you tell me, mate. It's crashed twice tonight. Have we been on the piss tonight?
Of course I have. It's Saturday night.
How badly are we on the piss?
Not badly.
All right. So it's not like sink the boat pissed.
Still coherent, so it can't be that bad.
I've done 7 locks today.
You've done 7 locks. So for any of you who don't understand, he hasn't broken into a fucking place. He's on a canal boat, right? And he's been obviously down the river. So yes. So so have you had the raving banshee back yet?
No, completely blocked. She's off on a different. Oh, fuck that.
Oh god.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so
my point was,
yes,
the 9,000 troops that got brought into London today.
Sorry, say again. I was just reading the what they call it. Thank you very much again, by the way.
The 9,000 troops that were brought into London to go and march around for a little bit. How many of them in 10 years' time are going to be sleeping in doorways and nobody's going to give a fuck about them?
Well, they'll be sleeping probably some of them in a doorway tonight when they're on the piss in London. So, but in fairness, yeah, they're just used, aren't they? I mean,
yeah, it's like
it doesn't help when you got Harry saying I used to enjoy shooting Taliban, and we house most of the cunts over here now anyway. So, you know, when he jets in, he's a bit of a liability. But I see we had our snipers up on the roof everywhere.
Oh yeah, there was lots of them.
they still didn't get the fucker. He still got the crown put on his head.
He is joking, by the way. GCHQ, MI6, MI5, whatever other agency.
The 77th have just gone up to
77 have just lit up like a Christmas tree. He's on a boat. He won't be able to get away in a hurry. All right, he's somewhere fucking. I don't know that way.
I will outrun anybody till the next lock.
It'd be like, do you remember Roger Moore when he was doing that boat scene where he nicked a boat and he's going down them rivers? He'll have the nose of that boat right up, like, yeah. You'd be able, if you get it right, you'd be able to jump the locks, won't you, land into the next one.
No, because I'm going uphill.
There we are, then. Just go backwards, whatever. Anyway, apart from that, what else has been going on?
Well, Corfu was rainy with intermittent showers, and I've come back with skin worse than when I went.
So, for anybody who's wondering, he hasn't come back with rabies or mange or anything like that. He went over there because he had psoriasis to fix his skin, and the idea is you get a load of sun and that helps out. Unfortunately, it would seem that he went over there on one of the worst weeks so far. Because he's luckier than the three-legged rabbit, and came back. Literally, he could have done a week in Birmingham city centre and probably got a better fucking sunburn. Whatever. Anyway, look, at least you got to eat some of their food. Although you went and ate steak and chips, didn't you?
Well, one day I ate steak and chips, but yes, I did have moussaka. I did have all the other stuff, and it was really good food. And to be perfectly honest, if anyone's going to go to Corfu, I'm going to tell you, don't go to Sidari. It's 40 kilometres north of the city centre, and there's nothing going on there.
Is there any
Literally.
nice seaside and stuff?
It is a seaside, but
so if you went there for a holiday to sit on the beach with your missus and hold hands and stuff, no,
because there's this little building in front of me, and now. You know I drive tankers, so these tankers were turning
By the way,
up.
they're lorry tankers, not as in fucking Exxon Valdez tankers, just...
Yeah. And these tankers were turning up and pumping stuff into this little building that was in front of my hotel that went out to sea. And they came in loaded and left unloaded. So,
you said it wouldn't have got the flag, yeah?
I didn't feel the need to go and stand in the sea.
Well, that might have killed the psoriasis and all the surrounding skin as well.
Well, no, it was killing anything else, and quite clearly there was like a 30-mile-an-hour wind coming in from the sea.
Was it whiffy?
So it was all getting, yeah, it was interesting.
I think we got the gist of what that is. All right, mate. Well, look, I'm going to get off. You'll probably call back in a bit anyway.
No worries. But yeah. Oh, my point was, you've got 9,000 troops. 10 years' time, they're all going to be sleeping in fucking doorways. All to march behind that knobhead.
Well, that's assuming they haven't had the jab.
Well, yeah, they won't be around in 10 years' time, will they?
No comment. Anyway, moving on.
Later.
Oh, I'll see you in a bit.
See you later,
Bye.
caller. Take
I know,
care.
mate. I know.
That, by the way, he's in my Discord at the moment. His name is Not Having It. And he wasn't having any sun, was he?
Fair enough.
Hello.
Hello, Si. How you doing, bruv?
Living the dream yourself?
Living the fucking dream. Same as, mate. Same as. Look, I've got a little quick question.
Go on.
I've met with a friend recently, and we've just discovered that we watch your channel, but we've just discovered today.
Right.
And she thought that Reverend was like some sort of shtick. And I said to her, no, he actually is a Reverend. So
I bought I bought a dodgy ministry.
Can you just explain to me how you come to get the Reverend?
Right, okay. It actually started when I was about 18, 19, right?
Yeah.
I used to drive everywhere sideways at a Capri. So that's where the sideways bit came from. And before
Yeah,
we got
yeah,
bonnets,
we
we'd
got
all
that.
stand around with a fucking, at the time as it was Stella, and I do a psalm for everybody on this day, the 5th day of our Lord. He did say to his men, rah, 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 go and drink heavily, amen, kind of thing, but a bit more than that. So they would call me the Reverend Simon Sideways. But anyway, when I set up this YouTube channel, there's a comedian called Simon Evans, and I thought, ain't going to work, is it? So I thought, what the fuck do I call myself? And I thought, I'll call myself Reverend Simon Sideways. But anyway, I found out that for 70 nicker, you could buy a ministry in New York, which allows me to marry people and bury people within the confines of New York.
In that order.
In that order. Yeah. Well done. Oh, he's topped himself. Oh, well. Put him in the ground. I'll finish the job.
Rog, nice one, mate.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. So I have, it's the Church of Life or whatever they call it. Yeah, it's a grift in it, but it works. And yeah, apparently I can. Not that I actually have yet. Obviously, I've not been in New York because you had to get jabbed, didn't you? So that was that out. But apparently you don't now. So, but yeah. So and then I went and became a lord as well, or at least sideways became a lord because I went and bought a fucking plot up there for 30 nicker, and now I'm Reverend Lord Simon Sideways, or Lord Reverend Simon. Sorry, I can't work it out anyway. So yeah, we just thought we'd take the piss. Because you know what, these people wandering around saying I'm a lord. I thought, well, for 30 nicker, I can be a lord, so you ain't that posh, but whatever.
and just one last question before I go, fella.
Go on.
How's the Reverend Mother?
Still mad as a piece of cheese, still prepping for the end of the world, and
Is she still scaring off the hitchhikers? You know,
she hasn't managed.
With the blood down the driveway.
No, she took the church on lately, mate. You know, hitchhikers was a bit fucking small fry for her, so she went after the church and the school and the people that were running the school. She hasn't finished yet. There's a load on the radar that have popped up that she's gonna have an issue with. So that's wonderful.
Bloody hell, she must have been sharpening that chainsaw quite a few times every week then.
77 years old and ready. Just fucking mental. Absolutely mental. But
bless you, fella.
Yeah.
I love your show, and so does my mate. I just wanted to get that on record.
What's your mate's name, or does he not really want to be named?
Her name is Angela.
Well done, mate. Hello, Angela.
Yeah. Hello, Angela. Yeah, and yeah, she's well on board and a little bit over my head with sort of like this sort of common law stuff, and but yeah, she holds her own. She reminds me of Boudica. She's a warrior woman.
That must be fun, if you know what I mean.
Oh yes.
Hey, well done. Excellent. Some of
all
us.
right, fellas.
All right, mate.
I'll bid you goodbye. Have a lovely evening, and thank you for answering my questions.
No problem, mate. See you soon.
Keep smiling. Bye for now, fellas. Bye.
See you later,
buddy. See.
Bye.
So, Pat, you've had problems with your computer. Have you managed to iron those things out yet?
Not quite. I've got Elgato or Corsair, who make various computer components. I've got them looking into it for me at the moment. I had to do some troubleshooting and send them a report, and they've sent that off to their technical department. So I'm waiting for a reply back from that because it shouldn't be doing what it's doing. So there could be a problem with the actual peripheral.
It's bollocks, isn't it? You expect to be able to get one of these, plug the fuckers in and go.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Says Mr. fucking Tech down here. How's your camera lasting at the moment, Rog?
Well, it hasn't laughed at me yet.
Yeah. The wife's sat in the back going, any minute now it'll go fucking wrong.
Yeah, well, she's the one that usually has to fix it.
Yeah, it's nice to have somebody technical around. I ain't got that, so I have to rely on the audio.
Sorry, I don't know anything about Windows 11, or I would have tried it already.
Well, that's two of us, because I ain't got a fucking clue. Right, we've got a call.
You should be able to Google about turning off all the timeout settings if it is one of those.
I want somebody who likes computers come down and go, fixed.
Yeah.
Right, another call. 1 minute. Hello.
Hello, Simon. Hello, Roger. Hello, Pat.
How is
Good
it?
evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, there was some extraordinary news yesterday in the Guardian newspaper.
Go on.
A Labour Party councillor has been suspended because he said he wouldn't pledge allegiance to that nonce, referencing an anonymous member of the royal family.
It could be anyone, couldn't it? You know what I mean? I just don't see why you have to pledge allegiance anyway.
Well, I was shocked when I heard the news. There's a Labour councillor who objects to noncing? Isn't that one of the signs of the end times?
Isn't that why they kicked him out, really?
Yeah.
And wouldn't it have been something if he'd only been elected in yesterday?
Yeah, is he socialist? Well, he's on the wall. He's on. He's not sure about that. Well, is he support like fucking kids? No. Well, he's no good to us. Get out. Yeah, you can see it, can't you? And I mean, who are the ones that they're all at the moment trying to push this? There was somebody. Oh, it's over in fucking Ireland, but it's the same over there at the moment. The politicians are coming out and saying that anybody that's got a problem with kids being taught about getting fucked and fucking at underage and anal sex and all the rest of it is a bigot and a homophobe and all the rest of it. No, we're just not fucking nonsense. Put it this way. What was that film where once a year it goes mental? You can go out and event. Yeah.
The Purge.
It's starting to sound more appealing, isn't it? You know what I mean? Tonight, off we go.
Yep.
And
Put
in the
your
morning,
steel shutters up, watch your daughters get locked away or raped.
yeah, just fucking. Yeah. So the roll call in the morning. Where are all those wrongings? Don't know, mate. I was at home all night.
Yep,
There's
nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, even in the purge, the people at the very top weren't allowed to be touched.
Well, that's bollocks, isn't it? Mind you, we're not allowed to do all sorts of things. We still do it.
Yeah, true.
No comment.
Oh,
Let's anyway, caller. What else? Because I know you've usually got 2 or 3 things on your mind.
Well, it's all kicking off near where I live. On Wednesday and Thursday, Katie Hopkins paid a visit to that local cinema that was persecuted for not going along with vaccine cards and mask mandates. And there's a video on Rumble on the Voice of Wales channel, and the protesters, one of them looked as if he was tooled up. The other tried to dress up as a ninja. They were marching through the streets saying, "Whose streets? Our streets," as if they were some kind of Latin American gang in America. And the police were just standing by and letting these people obstruct the roads, obstruct the pavements, obstruct local businesses, and just intimidate passers-by.
The police are ordered to do this, by the way.
It's political. It's all political.
Yep, it's nothing to do with policing anymore.
And one of the protesters is a local councillor who always jumps on these left-wing bandwagons when they come into town. I believe their name is King, Councillor King. Remember that if you ever have the misfortune of being in Swansea.
Luckily enough, I don't get down there too often, I have to say. Well, it's too far away from me, innit? You know what I mean? The shop's a bit of a push for me, do you know what I mean? So,
and tomorrow, there's going to be a protest against 15-minute cities.
Where's that protesting?
Swansea, and a couple of Antifa have decided to hold a counter demonstration called "Don't Stand with a Nazi,"
right?
And they're claiming.
1 minute, we're not on air a second. My computer's just crashing. Just bear with. You're still with me, but it's.
Well, we are still live, by the way. It is still going.
Yeah, it's still on YouTube.
Yeah, no, he's died. He's died.
He's frozen.
Someone do us a favour, because I'll struggle to do it, and so will Roger, because we're both mentally challenged these days. Look at the time, and time the next time this happens to see if there is. Because you see, if there's like a set period of time, for example, he's not touched his computer.
Yeah, it could be the auto.
If there is half-hour period between each time, then there is definitely some setting that needs to be changed. Whereas if it's randomly and sporadically, then we know it's something else.
I've just written down the timestamp on that, so, and I'll take a note of what time he comes back on, and then we'll go from that one. If it comes back on.
At least it doesn't shut down completely. But we could have some fun on his channel while he's gone.
How quick can we get it
back online? The caller's still with me. I'm like, we're off air again, mate. Hang on a minute. Yeah, this is getting beyond a joke, really, isn't it? Yeah.
But Pat's just come up with an idea, Simon. I've written
just
down
leave
the
you lot on
time
it in case
it went off. Now, if it's half an hour again before it goes off again, and it's a regular half-hour incident distance, then yeah, it's auto cut off of some type.
We'll just time it for now. We'll just time it for now and see what happens.
Fucking thing. Yeah. Power settings. Fuck this. I'm just gonna have a look. 1 minute, bastard. While we're on air, fuck them. Power screen, power mode. Energy recommendations. Right, what we got?
Click on your start button.
Oh,
you know the start button.
I haven't got a start button, have I? Oh,
right. Okay. Press. You know the Windows button on your keyboard.
Right. Hang on. Whoa. Yeah. Right. Windows. This is where I shut the fucker down. Go on. Yes.
Right. Press and hold the Windows button and press S.
Oh, well, you didn't say that. 1 minute. Power sleep settings. Screen saver settings. Event view log. Oh,
that's your event viewer. Okay,
it's gone over to this again.
But you've got your power settings on there and your sleep settings. Those are the ones that I would look at first.
Right. So hang on. Power sleep settings. There we go. Why does it keep sending me to a fucking Windows? Oh, fuck off. Let's try again. Change screensaver. Yeah, when you go into that, it takes you to a Windows page, like web page, which is bollocks. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Right, screensaver. We're on that. Change power settings. Should be a love. Right, it's on high performance at the moment. Favors performance may use more energy, or I can go back to balanced. Automatically balances performance with energy consumption on capable hardware. Well, I know what it's like on this one, so shall I go back to balanced?
Yeah,
that's recommended.
Well, it's not. It shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt to go back to balanced, but I would I find it difficult to believe it's the.
Choose what what the power buttons do. Create a power plan. Choose when to turn off the display.
Yeah, that one. Check that one first.
Turn off display 5 minutes. Oh, let's go to never.
Yeah,
right.
That's one.
Put the computer to sleep 15 minutes. Never.
Change that to never. That's another one.
Save settings. So it's closing the cunt down every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine was doing it yesterday, and I had to sign in every time.
And
if you don't touch anything on your computer, if you leave your mouse alone, don't touch anything at all. After 15 minutes, it will go, oh, he's not fucking using me now, and it will shut down. So now you've changed that, it will just stay on permanently.
You watch.
Yeah.
We're all sat here with bated breath. It will be fine for the rest of the stream. Then I'll set up a stream where you fuckers ain't tomorrow, and it'll go, they're not here, are they?
Simon,
yeah.
If you also set a screensaver to a picture, rather than it going to a black screen, if it is that, it'll go to the picture so you know where to go to look for a kill.
Yeah, so you know that it is that, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, off air later on, we need to set a picture up.
Well thought of, Mrs. W.
Thank you very much, Mrs. W. Yes.
She knows exactly how, because that's what she did to mine yesterday.
But we went through all the timeouts on screen, but it was locking. Locking it and asking for a password.
Right, we've still got the guy on the phone, incidentally. We've done this again. Hello, Mr. Guy on the phone. Sorry about that.
Hello. No, I hate machines. I can't stand them. They're supposed to be labour-saving devices, but they cause more labour to be used just to get the damn things to work properly.
Here.
Yeah, that's why I keep a woman.
Brave, stunning.
You wait till the women are mechanical. Wait till the women are mechanical as well. Then you'll be fucked.
Well, some people prefer that, don't they?
Listen to the filth, the pure filth. Turn it on and off again, then slap it lightly. Aye, sausage, eh?
Yeah, most people pay good money for that sort of thing.
Bit of slap and tickle. Yeah, sorry, this show's degenerating down into filth.
That'll do me this time. I don't think.
Hurt me, daddy. Let's not go there. Right. Okay, Mr. Caller. Well, thanks for calling in and being patient as well and going through all the shit with us. Excellent. And I'll speak to you either later on or tomorrow or next week or whatever. Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
You take it steady. Keep your eye on Wales, and I'll see you in a bit. All right.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you, mate. Take care.
Blow on the hard drive. What do you think? I'm in some pervert or something? Hi, Rex, Simon, Pat, Roger, and Mrs. W. There you go. She literally has her own followers now back there. Love it. All right, what are we doing? Peachy, we need your input. Says Donkey 66. Plug in your dongle. Don't be so disgusting. Anyway, I reckon Welshie's mutt has pissed on it. That's a bit harsh. Fridge your microwave. Hello, fridge your microwave.
Mate.
How are you?
I'm all right. Just
Hello,
turning down. Wet. Yeah, nice to see you lot on tonight.
Well, they can keep the stream going every time I get booted out by my computer.
I thought you must have gone through more. You must have your own, what is it, Simon, Rev side. You might as well have computers are God is us.
Well, no, I'm just now a guest on my own stream. It's nice. Yeah, they'll be on later on when the thing proper craps out saying, well, since he's not coming back, now they'll be it's
like the caller said about the the 9,000 troops that come into London and people complaining about it's not our king and all that. Well, I've gone off it. I've gone off. It's just I think the king now and what's her name? That is just a business to them now.
Somebody also said that anybody who served in the Falklands will be 60 plus by now. That's mental to think.
But I'm 63.
Right, and you were over there, weren't you?
Yeah. Oh, and I'm thinking, you know, the people that I've met and all that, the people that I've done, and you know, really made some really good people like you on the YouTube on this, and it's good. And these people that have come across the from you know where,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know nothing about our culture or our ways of life.
Well,
you know,
this is the thing, isn't it? The plans for our way of life and our culture is to be changed. And
well, I went up the you know, where I live, Simon. I didn't even bother voting. I went to things. So I got there, showed me ID. He says, "Well, you're going to vote?" No. I just tore my voting card up and threw it out on the floor and walked out in disgust.
Yeah.
And you wonder why?
Well, there was a lot of people that weren't even given the opportunity to vote that could have had one as well, apparently.
Yeah, I know, because they want the ID, which is fair enough. I can understand that, but why don't the government stop mucking about with, you know, and get on with it? Our police are useless. Might as well just throw the key away.
Shit, but consistent. I had the voting card, and when I worked out, all I had to vote for here was Labour or Labour, Conservative, or Green Party, or Liberal. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, we had that up here in Surrey. Wasn't too bad. But it's a joke. It really is.
So everyone's saying that the calls are louder compared to the rest of us on the stream.
Have all of them been too loud, or is it just fridge and microwave?
Yeah, most of them are quite a bit louder than us.
Right.
Is it coming from I've turned my thing down, so I'm in my computer, my tablet.
No, because you're on the phone. So no. Well, has it come down now? Right.
Talk again, fridge.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's about the same volume.
Better, I think.
Is that better?
Yeah, because I mean, I keep forgetting to put them up and down depending on if they're loud or shouldn't. I'm more stressed about when this fucking thing's going to crash next, rather than focusing on anything else. Just my mind's not in it at the moment. There you go.
So I see where Bob comes from. The Liverpool football fans didn't sing the national anthem. Then that was kind of them.
Yeah,
I think a few of them got a bit. I don't blame them. You know,
I should imagine there was quite a few of them like that, weren't there? So.
Oh yeah. It won't be the last.
They got a picture of him painted up on the side of a building. I was thinking, is that actually Liverpool or is that Northern Ireland? Because I would imagine Northern Ireland's probably got quite a few murals of him now.
Yeah, they've got quite. I tell you what, I did. Their murals are absolutely. It's like their murals in Northern Ireland are absolutely something else. They really are works of art. You know, like the Banksy and all that. He puts him to shame, but he's good. But just shows you what they do. They both sides of the fence, isn't it? You know. But that's another story. Ukraine and Russia, well, they might sort that thing out, but I don't know. That'd be a new one. They don't sort it out soon.
Cheers, Bob. By the way, so you think there's a very real chance that my computer's been hoofed? Nothing would surprise me. By the way,
I think it's an automatic shutdown of some sort.
I think it'll stop now. You've changed those settings.
Well, every time I use the mouse to click on something like that, it puts us back 15 minutes. So I don't know. But we'll see.
We'll have to get a club hammer and give it a kick.
It's an expensive boot, that would be.
No, don't do that.
No, I know.
I suppose you could always kidnap one of the GCHQ technicians in their engineering department.
He is joking, by the way, GCHQ, just so you know.
All he's going to do is turn the computer on tomorrow and wait.
Yeah, leave the bastard for a while to think about what it's done.
Why I say screensaver at something, and it becomes obvious if it's going to that, as you were black screening earlier.
And that's what it does every time. It's black screen, so it's like, but whatever.
See, I've learned not to throw computers out the window when they do that now.
No, they get a bit expensive.
It's also to argue about now.
Well, I had a video that I did of a laptop that kept pissing me about, and I took it up the rifle range and shot the fuck out of it, and I dared show it on YouTube.
Oh, that's different.
Terms of service and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
Different.
As long as you don't show the weapon, you should be all right. Showing the destruction part of it.
Oh, I don't show my weapon in public anywhere.
He wasn't going to get his cock out anyway. Anyway, was there anything else?
Mate, take care.
All right, mate. See you in a bit, mate.
Take care, Fridge.
Take it easy, bud. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty confident that your computer's not going to go off now. If it goes off now, then there's got to be a different issue. But I'm pretty sure if both of them was 5 minutes and 15 minutes, I'm pretty certain that was your main problem.
Yeah.
Was
Well,
it a
that's 10
sawn
minutes
off?
that you've been going now. So.
Right. I'm just going to get that blanket to put on the seat because this is a leather seat, and after sitting in it a while, it gets a bit hot. Back in a minute. Carry on amongst yourselves.
It's not one of them waterproof ones, is it?
Normally, you know, Normally, you know, you're in for a good night when somebody says, "I'm just going to put a towel down."
Yeah.
I'm a bit concerned, seeing as he's there on his own. You know.
Yeah, it's what falls out of it when they unroll it, isn't it? That's a bit unnerving.
Fuck, I'm higher now. What's going on here? Fuck it, whatever. So, any news stories you lot wanted to talk about?
To be honest, I've not been fucking looking. All I know about this morning is what somebody mentioned earlier, how the police went and arrested several people with a Luton van full of "Not My King" signs, which is pretty disgusting considering that we are all supposed to, by the Bill of Rights, be able to petition the government and the king or queen of this country. And by doing that, they've taken that right away from people.
Well, the police said before the weekend that everybody has the right to come and protest as long as they keep it peaceful, you know, and not disrupt anything.
As long as you
those in the van, how did they know they were going to be used? They might have just been people using them and just standing there holding them, which would have been a peaceful protest.
Yeah. Well, this is where the abuse comes in, and they've started straight away, as far as I'm concerned.
Read that. Roger from Bearded Vet. Very good.
Yeah, normally they're ringing every 5 minutes, and when you want a bastard, there ain't one, isn't it?
Yeah. What's it say is, since when did he get menopause of the arse? I've got some right dodgy fucks watching this, and we're all twats. I love you dearly.
Yeah, but thank you for your views anyway.
When you went to get the blanket, I did say normally, you know, you're in for a good night when somebody says, "Let me put a towel down," but you're there on your own. So
yeah, just shit myself. Yeah. Yeah,
that's what I said. Is it one of them incontinence ones, the waterproof ones?
Yeah, I got bow doors like the Herald of Free Enterprise. It's not good. Oh fuck! I should say that. Right, so what we got in the news? Coronation TV latest installments of the UK's longest-running costume drama. That was The Guardian. Something out of a police state. Anti-monarchy protesters arrested. Head of. That's CNN.
Yeah.
Coronation fly past passes over Buckingham Palace despite weather. I think they had to tone it down. I'm assuming, I'm probably wrong, that there was cloud cover, so you wouldn't have been able to do the red arrows thing. Otherwise, they'd have hit each other because they couldn't see each other.
Yeah, the red arrows did just a flyover, I think.
Who is Penny Mordaunt, the surprise star of King Charles' coronation? I've no idea. Ask me one of that sport.
No. I'd be more surprised if Jimmy Savile turned up, or less surprised, rather.
He usually shows up for voting. He shows up quite well for that, doesn't he? So what does it say here for CNN? Something out of a police state. Anti-monarchy protesters arrested ahead of the King Charles coronation.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was just talking about.
Well, that one looks like he might have had a wash this year, so he didn't like the standard.
Well, a lot of them, they did leave them there chanting. They just went in and took down a big banner they had.
But they should be allowed to protest. Oh, no, we're not allowed to protest, are we? So it says here, CNN. London Metropolitan Police has said it made 52 arrests during the coronation of King Charles III on Saturday, as the force faces growing scrutiny over the attitude towards anti-monarchy demonstrators. Thousands gathered in central London on Saturday to celebrate the once-in-a-generation occasion. I don't think so. He don't look that well. But it also drew demonstrators with protesters wearing yellow T-shirts, booing and shouting, "Not my king," throughout the morning. Republic, Britain's largest anti-monarchy group, told CNN that police, without providing any reason, arrested organizations of the anti-monarchy protest. And at around 7 a.m., police stopped 6 of Republic's organizers and told them they were detained and searching them. The Republican director, star Harry Staton, told CNN protesters.
Here's Johnny.
There you go, Johnny, just getting around in. Well, you know, it'd be nice if I had a little bar here. Mind you, it'd be nice if the lads were here, because then I could fucking pour the beer and we could all get stuck in.
No, what would be funnier than that is you drinking every bit that's donated and see how long a stream you can last on.
About 4.5 foot, I reckon. So there was quite a few of them out there. Abolish the monarchy. Now, there's always been people like that.
Yeah.
If we get rid of the monarchy, what do they call it again? I keep forgetting the name of it. We'd be in a.
Well, the
Republic,
police were
wouldn't it?
keeping tabs for the last fortnight on over 200 of anti-monarchists, we'll call them, in London that they considered an actual physical threat to them.
But they can't do that with the twats that are fucking going and gluing themselves to things.
Yeah, they got stuck into them today as well. They arrested a few of them as well.
I got to say, these anti-monarchists, have a look at them, right? Actually, I think it's every time I present this page. If I go off now, we'll know why. Share screen, anti-monarchists. They do look like as you'd expect them to look, don't they? The hat, the soppiness,
I'm surprised though, because you'd have, you know, I mean, they look like, no offense to people, but they look a bit like typical lefties, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Which surprises me a little bit, to be honest.
My lefty mate that we don't speak anymore, he was anti-monarchy, hated them. But there is also a lot about these wannabe socialist people that hate anybody being rich, unless it's them, then that's fine. They hate anybody inheriting, like the royal family have passed on stuff without obviously taxing it. And yet these people were left houses and stuff and made, the people I'm talking about, made money out of it. But that was all right because they were the little people getting rich.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like the people like Starmer and stuff like that. When you call yourself a socialist and you're a multi-millionaire, you've kind of missed the point. You know, because socialism's never going to bring us all up. It'll just bring the top down. And it's just a load of bollocks. But champagne socialist seems to be the way. When they're sipping on wine in a lovely bar in the centre of London and saying how socialism would be great for everybody, well, you wouldn't be sipping on that Chateau Lafite now, would you? Or whatever it is you're drinking. And you won't be sat there in the middle of London because you'll be put wherever it is they fucking tell you, and you're working a job like everybody else and earning the same shit wage like everybody else. Yeah, wankers. Anyway, there it is. Sir Starmer, fuck him, all right? Call him what you want. He's a cunt. What else we got here in the comments?
They're having a dig at William and Kate, accusing them of being late for the coronation as well now. I mean, who gives a fuck? Let's be honest. These are the national papers. These are some of the biggest newspapers out there that have got fuck all to write about, apart from, oh, William and Kate were a little bit late for the coronation. I mean, they were there when it happened, so I don't, you know, what's the big fucking deal? You know what I mean?
Nobody wants to be the first to arrive at a party, do they?
No, don't want to get the round in first, do you? Yeah. Fuck that. So anyway, what is the time? It's 10 o'clock, and I think we've come to the end of the stories. Anything else out? My local Odeon shutting down. I think it was built in the 40s. I'll find out actually. But yep, that'll be a shopping centre very soon. When was it built? Does it say 1930s? And it is typical art decor. Let me present that.
Well, in that case, they'll probably convert it into fucking flats.
Yeah.
That's about as 1930s as you get that, isn't it?
Yeah, you get loads of flats in there. You'll get 100 visitors in there easy.
Man, look at it. They've managed to get Weston's best weather, rain. That's nice. Honestly, come to Weston, the tide will be out and it'll be pissing down. You can sit in some shelter near the beach, fucking staying out of the rain and the wind and eating a shit bag of chips. I should sell Weston. I'd do well. Anyway, there it is. Right. I don't know. I might wrap it up because the computer will probably die in a bit anyway. So
you spend the rest of the evening finding out why.
Well, I could actually go on a Discord in a bit and have a look through some of the settings. But there you go. Anyway, right. Yeah. Okay. Well, with your permission, people, thanks for all the people that chucked some money in. Thanks to all the people that came on. Thanks for the people that rang in. Thanks, Rog. Thanks, Pat.
Welcome, mate.
They may end up doing their own stream in a bit. I don't know.
Pat, is tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, tomorrow's members live stream. I might chuck one up for a couple of hours tonight. In fact, I will. I will.
Pap's biggest fan.
Yeah, I'll chuck one up. Listen, I bought this for tonight, and I've started tonight, so I might as well finish.
Fire up a live tonight, then, and then we'll just turn it to members only at 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Just keep going through. Yeah, I just this thing's going to keep packing up, so I'm going to fuck it off for tonight.
I don't think it will. I genuinely don't. I think you fixed it. I think those two little fucking settings, as simple as it may seem, I think you've probably fixed it.
We'll see.
I might be wrong, but
no. Otherwise, we chuck some links on and get some nutters in. I didn't mean it like that. Maybe.
And this is the AI that everybody wants, isn't it? This is what you get with it.
Right, I fired up Discord. Let's see if it shuts me down again. Downer. Well, we haven't gone yet, have we? Side off, hoover it out. Right. Side off, hoover it out. What are we talking about exactly? My computer or something else? Where are we? Who have we got in here at the moment? No, Alan's still out. Sorry, don't forget to fold up your menopausal rug. Ha ha. Twat.
Ring it out. I was about to fold it up. Might need to ring it out.
Yeah, it is. Stinks of piss. Stinks of piss like any fucking old person's rug. Now, on the side, Peachy, you're watching us. Does that mean what's his name's not live at the moment? I know my place. She only watches me when fucking the bloke. Who is it you watch? Think you had every 30-minute sleep timer on? Probably. Do you know what? That Thatcher's orange is a bit. You know what I mean? I struggle.
Well, it's coming up to half an hour since it went off last time. But
I have touched the moose.
The moose.
Oh, if I have fixed it, Simon, I'll send you an invoice.
That's terribly kind of you. And that'll get lost in the post, you can't. Alan, if you ask nicely, Pap will send you a link because I ain't touching that mouse at the moment.
Right.
That's
okay,
correct.
But,
Alistair Williams. There you go. That's the one she likes.
What are you going to fire up, Pap? YouTube?
Hang on. Well, I think, does Alan want a link to this?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go, Alan. Check your DMs in Discord. Well, we'll see what happens here for a bit. If Simon stays on, we'll stay here.
Smart me at limiting you. No, fuck, it's nothing smart.
Well, it's my fault for encouraging him to drink this afternoon, isn't it?
I only had one. Just the one. That was it. Didn't have any more. Went to bed. I was meant to get some sleep, but you know when you shut your eyes and it goes, no. You're like, oh, okay,
you can still see everything through the lids.
Yeah, your eyes flicker. It's like, open. I don't want to. Yeah. Now, anybody watching this, right, obviously watches YouTube. So I want your opinion. In the old days, did you reckon that YouTube used to recommend more interesting shit to you than it does now?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All they recommend now is things that are going to earn them money, right? Whereas before it was things that you were generally interested in. I get so much shit in my feed that I don't give two fucks about, but it's stuff that a lot of other people would watch.
Yeah, I was getting a load of religious things being pushed at some point. So you do the right thing. Yeah, I'm not interested. Fuck off, like. and they just push more and more and more. Well, they've been hassling me for years, but
it's amazing. All the people that you Rev, if you have contents insurance and your PC is named due to its value, maybe drop heavy furniture on it and claim for an upgrade. Well, now we've said that live on air. That ain't gonna happen, is it?
you can see the claims form accidentally knocked over a can of Thatchers and drowned it.
Yeah, while the cat was busy raping me Thatchers, it spilled all over the computer. The cat that I don't have, but whatever. Yeah, no, I'll get it properly because the rest of it's all right, I assume.
I blame Dave the plant personally.
Yeah, you can sit there looking all fucking innocent.
Yeah,
Blame you for everything, mate.
got your own camera as well. Look,
Dave. All we need is get the voice in. Yeah, right. Have I where is it, Alan? I'll send him a link. Whether he comes in,
I've sent him the link.
have you? All right, he's still loitering over in fucking Discord.
I get confused at sending these links everywhere. That's why I just wait for Pat to send me the one that you sent him.
I'm fucking shit at this. Yes, I'd love somebody who could do all this part, and I'd like to actually do live streams with people sat around a table. I mean, this is all right, but it is better when people are sat around a fucking table talking, taking a piss, and it works.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shut up, you soppy wanker!
That's not very nice.
Fair enough. Oh boy. What's going on in here?
Hang on a minute. Where is it?
Wankers! Fucking embarrassing. Waste of our time. Fucking waste of our time.
Fucking brilliant clip, that.
Are you retarded?
Clearly. Call in. Good evening, the Savoy Grill. Hello? Every time when I say that.
Oh, is there a voice in?
There is a voice there, I think. Hello, how are you?
Greetings, there, thanks.
Excellent. Still trying to work out who it is. Anyway.
E.G.
It's all good, it's all good.
What were you thinking? What's on your mind?
I've heard it said that airlines would probably go out of business in less than a day if they couldn't sell enough tickets.
Right.
I don't know if that's true or not. Does it sound very likely?
I don't know. I don't know
I
much about
think
that.
a lot of these big fucking companies would suffer severely if everybody didn't fucking buy something from them for a single day. But I don't think they'd go out of business. I think it'd take,
there was a few during the lockdown and all that, wasn't there? But they got a lot of government support.
I think it'll take a little while for them to be, completely insolvent.
I only ask because it was just occurring to me that if we all decided not to pay our taxes, how long it'd take to put a government out of business.
Well, that's the thing. If everybody did overnight, and I mean everybody, just categorically everybody on the UK just said no, then it would work.
But it's so many times.
You remember how many people all get together behind the boss's back and have this meeting and say, right, one of you's got to be the spokesman. And then that one gets up and he says something and none of them back him up. Yeah. And then he gets sacked. That's exactly how it would work with tax. Everybody would say, I'm not going to pay my tax, but quietly they carry on paying, thinking that everybody else hasn't, and the other people can be the sacrificial lamb.
Totally agree. Oh, shit, just threw me drink everywhere.
Fuck yeah. That's the problem. We lost solidarity years ago. Solidarity used to mean something. I think the last time, as I say, we had it was probably during the miners' strike, but there were times before that. I mean, you could look at the car industry. They had solidarity, and that's what finished the job. But other than that, they were punting out shit. But yeah, we've had it bred out of us, and it's not just us. The entire planet has had love thy neighbor, stand up for each other, and all that shit bred out. And it's all about me, 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 me. And they knew that would work well because nobody would come together. I think if it had been, say, for instance, 60 years ago, or if the men of 60 years ago still had the same courage, strength, and attitude as they did then now, and this lot had tried this shit on, wouldn't last 2 minutes.
No.
You know.
Well, I tell people that constantly on my channel, and that they keep saying, "Oh, you know, what can we do about it?" And I think it's gone too far down the line. They fractionalised the country that much. We don't stand much of a chance.
Well, they've managed to put a divide between everybody.
Yeah, you'll never get a group big enough to fight back.
Yeah,
because everybody's fucking fighting against themselves.
And the thing is, them little groups, they're all got, if they're legal people, they've all got to pay taxes the same as the rest of us. So it's hammering them as well, but they're continuing with their little bickering rather than the bigger picture.
And yet the people that run the country manage to get their money without paying tax on most of the stuff.
Well, that's, I mean, Stuart just said in the chat there, you know, you got no choice if you're working because of the PAYE system. Mm-hmm. Well, that's exactly why they want the digital currency. So every fucker has to pay every penny that's due. You can't get away with a little bit of backhander like you used to. And
yeah, I mean, the moment that you can do a deal with each other and cut out the middleman, that cuts out the amount of tax they can take out of it, which is why they want to get rid of cash.
Yep.
But there wasn't there in Cornwall, they started to set up their own currency and deal.
Yes.
They're fucking mental because
they have still got their own parliament as well.
But they cut the entire taxing situation out of it. And the state was not having that. We want to take your money off you. And they made a way of doing it. But it basically is nothing more than obtaining money by menaces.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've got PAYE, as a couple of people have said there, which you're not going to be able to change, right? You're not going to be able to do nothing about that. But there's other taxes that we could turn around with some planning and say, right, you're not getting. You've obviously got your council tax. If everybody turned around and went, no, fuck you, you're not getting a council tax. So there's that. You've got, if you go shopping, remember you're paying for a product, right? So if you pay somebody without the VAT and don't pay them the VAT, that's not affecting the shop. You're still paying for the product. That VAT isn't theirs. It's for the government. So you're not paying them for the product, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Made in Cornwall just said, look, she remembers it.
So maybe, you know, there are some taxes that you can, if there was enough people with the backbone to turn around and say, right, we're going to do that. There's enough that can be done. PAYE, yes, is going to be a problem because you can't do fuck all about that. But I suppose eventually all they'll do is they'll put that up as well anyway. They'll go, right, we're not getting money elsewhere, so we'll take.
I personally wouldn't mind paying taxes if it was used for our benefits in this country, but most of it ends up going elsewhere, supporting somebody else.
He's just given £100 million of the taxpayers' money to somewhere in India, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's like, why? We don't care about them. Fuck them.
Look at how much they've given.
100 million. We get 100 million. We get our fucking homeless ex-servicemen off the streets.
Yeah. Help our own before India, we help somebody else.
Fuck Africa. Fuck the rest of the world. Let's sort ourselves out first.
Yeah. And you look at a lot of the countries they're trying to help, and literally their governments are more corrupt than ours. And they're giving them money.
They don't even fucking like us.
No.
And a lot of it ends up in the hands of the warlord anyway.
Yeah. None of the aid that's sent gets to the people. The top wigs and the elites sell it on the black market. And
if we're going to go and redevelop the place, we send in our own business people or our own workers and all the rest of it. And we make the money out of it, and the country gets nothing out of it. Fuck them.
Yeah. That's like I said, the millions they've given to France to stop the boats coming across. We ain't getting nothing for that, and we certainly ain't going to get it back.
Cheers, Saxon. Yeah, that's just got me an indicator. We're halfway there.
We might be paying for a new computer yet.
Probably like that.
It's not gone off yet.
I'm still playing with the fucking mouse, isn't I? No. It's the mouse of hope. Yes.
Yes, but if it hasn't gone off because you're using the mouse, it means those settings are what the problem was.
Right.
Which means it's not your power supply, it's those settings, and if it happens again, you're still looking for one that you've missed.
What's she doing next Saturday night? Right.
Me, hopefully.
Excellent.
Speak to me nicely, Simon. I'll come.
Thank you.
Literally.
You know what? There was actually. I just went. I'm saying fuck all. Yes. And I dived on an opportunity like that years ago to jump on the conversation. I have to watch what I'm saying here. $30 billion a year can end hunger worldwide.
Well, it would for me.
Anyway, why have I got to wait till Saturday?
Because that's the next time I'm doing it. I'll be doing a live stream. Oh, unless something else happens this weekend, you don't know. Blood orange Thatchers, not as good as what I usually drink. It's kind of like fucking alcoholic Tizer, isn't it?
Is that what you've got tonight? Is it?
No, I've got an entire crate of Thatchers normal, but I bought the blood orange to get through first.
Right. Well, someone mentioned that earlier, didn't they? The blood orange one.
Yeah, that's why I bought it, because of what they said. I said, I'll fucking try it.
I think it was two.
The idea is I should have got actually shit faced before I come on, right? Then I'd have been in good form. The computer probably wouldn't have crashed because I'd have made a bigger cunt of myself anyway, so I wouldn't need to.
Give it a drink before you start.
Thoughts there, mate. Straight in the top. Enjoy this, you piece of shit.
I'll go for a piss. I won't be a sec.
Nice, some ice, Si. Yeah, ice. Bad for the railings. Alcoholic Tizer. Hell yeah. Well, Lost Souls. Thatcher's blood orange. When I think of blood orange, I can't help but think of something else. 1/4 acre to grow your own food for a family of 4. I take it you're not coming on, Alan. Does Discord link work? I fucking hope so. Let's have a look. Has anybody joined tonight? Yep. Jim joined. Only in the Man Up Rant channel, I think. Yeah.
Really old bag. Yeah.
Voice chat. There you go.
Yeah, Alan's just put it in there again.
What? What? Anyway, well done, Bob, on the super chat. Yeah. Well done to anybody who's given me money tonight. It's very unexpected and thank you very much. Si can only have 10 pints tonight and he's got to drive the coach to Edinburgh after the stream.
Cheers, lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's back.
Yeah. Do you remember what used to give the coach driver a few beers?
Thank you. Your thoughts on the tax thing, guys?
Sorry, mate. I forgot all about you. Should have spoke up. Look, this is unprofessionally run. This is a very unprofessionally run stream, but at least it's consistent. You really do need to speak up in these things because we just get carried away. So, right.
That's all right. I've got stealth lager here to keep me going.
So, right. So we've got to pay our tax because nobody else is going to back us up. What else do we do?
I'll go away and think about it.
All right. Well,
I'll just carry on.
Come up with an idea. Come back. Give us a shout.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
right, buddy.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate. See you in a bit. Look, we got to stop doing
Hello, mate.
Right. I don't know. We need a light up or something to say there's a caller on.
They need to speak. People, you need to speak. If you're on the call, you need to speak. You need to say, "Oh, don't fucking ignore me, you prick." That's what you need to say.
All right. I'll let you take this one. Yeah.
Oh, well. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, all good. Who's this?
It's Gordon. That's tough, isn't it?
It is, mate. Yeah. Not so bad yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's seeing if he can handle a call better than me, because let's be honest, I ignore the fuckers accidentally. It's just fucking shit.
Okay, so I'm just ringing in on a point of council tax, really.
Yeah.
I haven't paid council tax in 10 years.
And you haven't had any bother?
I've had a couple of bailiff visits, but it's only a 30-second conversation when they come to my door. They said to me, "Are you Mr. Smith?" And I say, "Well, who are you?" And they say, "Oh, we're bailiff from such and such." I say, "Well, you're on camera. Your rights of implied access have been removed. There's a notice on the window there. You got about 3 minutes to read it. no contract, and I shut the door.
You just shut the door as soon as they say who they are.
I've not been to court. I've not been to prison. I've not had my benefits touched.
Tell them to speak to the treasurer of your estate. Say, speak to the treasurer of my estate. And I go, who's that then? You say, the fucking government. Piss off.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just phoning to say that, you know, don't be afraid of the fucking agents. You know, just tell them there's no contract.
I've
Well,
heard
they keep
about people
calling
saying
themselves the court bailiffs, but they're not, are they?
Well, I don't care. I don't care where they're from. They bought that debt from another company for pennies in the pound.
Yep.
Hang on, I was going to say something then. I've fucking forgotten.
Yep. That's what you've got to. Yep. There you go. Yeah, about them buying the debt.
Well, a few years ago, I had an overdraft of £300 with HSBC, and I fell into a little bit of hard times. And when I was finally ready to speak to them and try and organise paying off this £300, they said, I phoned them up. Excuse me a minute.
While you're having a cough, just a quick one. If you're on benefits, they pay your council tax for you anyway.
No, I'll get to that in a minute. No, I'll get to that in a minute. Okay. So I had this debt with the bank, and when I was ready to talk to them, I phoned them up, and they said, "Oh no, we've passed it on to bailiffs."
Yeah.
So I went to the bank itself. I passed over my card, and I said, "Oh, can you check this account?" And my £300 overdraft that I had, well, mysteriously disappeared. My account balance on my account was zero. At which point I said to the lady, "Right, can you close the account there, please? Thank you very much." Because the account balance had been paid off by the bailiffs. That's why my account balance in the bank was zero. And are you following me? Yeah.
Yeah, I know where you are at the moment, right? So how did this end?
Well, I did do. I sent them letters. In the end, I sent them letters because I was just making my first little steps into this sort of stuff, and I understood. Oh, you have to send them letters. But as I've gone through the journey, I understand that no, you don't have to send them letters anymore. So in 2013, I stopped paying my council tax, and I was working. When I got cancer in 2017, I had to claim universal credit and housing benefit. And when I had to claim that, the first two questions on the computer screen I had to use was, "Do you want to claim housing benefit?" I said, "Yes." The second question was, "Do you want to claim council tax?" I said, "No." So since 2013, because before 2013, I'd stopped paying council tax anyway because I'd learnt the truth. So when I started claiming benefit, I denied the council tax benefit, which means I've not paid a penny since 2013. I've not been to prison. They can't take it out of your benefit. I've had a few bailiffs round, but that's about it. It's not a biggie. Just stop paying your council tax, people. Just say no. Just stop paying it. Stop being so afeared and just, stop paying the council tax and let the council know that you're not happy with them. because you can't vote them out.
Well, people are worried about going to prison over it, aren't they? Same with the poll tax and all that years ago. People are worried about going to prison. The problem is, we already know that the jails are having to use police cells at the moment because they're so full. Okay, there is such a minute chance of actually getting locked up over not paying the council tax. Yes, it will happen to some people, but I mean, that's, you know, if
Yeah, but
if
Dan, let's be honest, mate. You will only go to prison if you engage in their system. If you don't go to court and play their game, they can't touch you.
Well, they'll send them around.
The rules of the club can only be applied to those that follow the rules of the club.
So I had a mate who didn't pay his fines, so they dragged him to court and then off to prison.
Well, I don't know about what those fines were about, but, you know, I've not paid council tax since 2013. I've not been to prison. I've not had it taken out of my benefits. And that's my story. You know, just stop being so afraid.
Are you?
When the papers turn up at your door, just say no contract because they're third party interlopers.
Don't take this the wrong way, but are you sure? I mean, you should know, but are you sure they're not taking something out of your benefits? Because if you're on benefits, it's not going to be a lot. It's going to be something like £6 or something a fortnight. Do you know what I mean? Something you're hardly ever going to notice anyway. Are you sure that
2%? It goes on the levels that you receive, and the most is 2%.
I know for fact because when you're giving your benefits, they give you a breakdown of anything that comes out of it.
Yes.
Okay, and it's not in there.
See, the thing is, I believe,
and I'm receiving what I should be receiving.
I believe that this road gets swept. I believe that the road will get painted. I believe that the bins get emptied on the street. I believe that the lighting has to be paid for. All this has to be paid for. It's got to come from somewhere. Where is it going to come from?
Well, I pay for the private lighting on my little cul-de-sac. I pay for that.
Okay, what about the street? When you go outside your cul-de-sac and it's normal street lighting, who pays for that?
If the money was being spent, yeah, but if the money was being spent on that, I don't think it'd be too much of an issue. But it's not all going on the stuff that it's supposed to go on, you know. And they're trying to get more money out of people as it is. Do you know what I mean? So what do? They have a surplus of money when it comes, you know, coming up to April, end of the tax year. They have a surplus of money. What happens? You start seeing roadworks fucking everywhere that don't need roadworks.
Yeah, I get the fact that they're not paying or they're not spending the money well. But if nobody pays,
if they don't spend the year's budget, they don't get it next year for the following year.
But if nobody paid council tax, right, the things that they allegedly spend it on, right, where would the money for getting that done? Where would that go? So things like your bins, the road sweepers, the lighting, the street lighting, and then the other things that go on, where would it come from?
Okay, Simon, I agree with that question, but my question back to you would be, well, whatever council tax is collected is only paying for the deficit and the debt that the council already has. It doesn't go to paying for the services that you already have. It goes paying, servicing the debt.
That being the case then, and we don't pay the debt, then what?
Well, then it's anarchy.
Right. And so when it goes to anarchy and the system breaks down,
yeah,
who's going to pay for your benefits as well? Because that'll finish. When it goes to anarchy, you know, people won't be able to have a roof over their head. The system itself will break down. People won't get medical care. All the bins and all that stop getting emptied. We start getting problems with the water, problems with everything else. All of our supplies and everything start breaking down. And then people start going around breaking the law so they can feed themselves. People who are in a weak and fragile state, how will they look after themselves?
As a person in a weak and fragile state, Simon, I know I'm fucked.
So you're kind of like a turkey voting for Christmas at this point. Anarchy is not what you want, or it shouldn't be.
Well, anarchy means that we should be looking after ourselves.
Okay, but we've already proved at the moment we've got an entire population of people who have been taught to think for themselves and nobody else. So they won't pull together as a community and they won't help each other. So there's so many selfish people out there. They won't look in on their neighbour who's fucked. So what happens then?
Well, thank fuck they're not watching this channel for one.
So
but
it's not the greatest idea, is what I'm saying. Anarchy, you know, and I got a feeling it's going to go there eventually anyway. And I think the benefit system will collapse. And when it does, what happens to the people that have been living off it because they generally needed it? I mean, there'll be people that never actually needed it, that sponged off it, that will end up finding themselves a job or something. But there are people that are generally ill that need it.
Yeah. I mean, I've been given months to live, mate. So I haven't got too deep an invested interest in what goes on. Continuing in the, what word I'm looking for? Within the linear things that are going to be happening after my death. Yeah, let's say.
But they're probably not going to go after somebody who's got only a short while to live, whereas a healthy person who refuses to pay his council tax will be hauled off.
Well, this is where a lot of these laws are going, and in around strikes and that, they will actually make it illegal not to work, I reckon.
That's great, because when they put in that wage, the universal income, there'll be people like me that'll be doing 60 hours a week who will be getting paid the same as somebody who's sat in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
And I'm not working for that. Fuck off. No way.
No.
I'm not going to get the same reward breaking my back, fucking around when people can be sat in their ass all fucking day long doing nothing. That bollocks.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that go on to benefits for that sole reason and refuse to come off it for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, Dan.
I'm on benefits, okay, and everybody knows this anyway. I don't hide any of this shit from people on my channel. I'm on benefits, you know what I mean? And as I've said, if I can find a job that I can do when I'm awake, you know, because at some point during the day I do fall asleep. I need to generally every single day. I can't even walk to the local shop anymore. And I'm not saying that I'm the worst. You know, there's people out there in worse situations than me. Callers point, point to the caller here. So there are people that are far worse than I am, but I have to rely on benefits at the moment because I simply cannot work at the moment. There's nothing out there that I can do.
Yeah, but Dan, mate, there's a difference between those that need it and those that are milking, mate. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. There is.
Well, I had it like the same as me, isn't it, Dan? I've been a working man all my life. And then all of a sudden, for medical reasons, the doctors tell me it's dangerous to work, and I've got no option but to claim benefits.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'll tell you something, Rog. The soul destroying thing is not being able to work. Then you know you're not able to work. That's the soul destroying thing.
It's very hard to get used to when you've worked for 50 years to be told within a year of something happening, it's dangerous for you to work. It's hard to accept.
Especially when you want to do it. You want to be active and you want to do stuff, you want to contribute and stuff like that, and you can't. I hate, the last couple of months since I had the kitchen fitted. Didn't pay for that, by the way. That was Housing Association. And then after that, the computer went fucking shit, and I've been fiddling with the computer.
You did pay for that, Dan. You paid for that, Dan, for your rent, mate.
well, I did. I suppose I've been here for 8 years. I suppose I did pay for it, but what's my point there? But when I had the strokes, and straight after the stroke, it was like, okay, I'm okay. I couldn't believe it. I was in the right place at the right time. I had my strokes, and I couldn't believe how lucky I was. It took me a while to get, to speak properly again because I was stuttering and my brain farts all the time. But as time's gone on, my mobility has got worse and worse and worse to the point where I can't even walk to 4 minutes to the local shop anymore without having to stop 3 or 4 times to get there and back. And the mental drain that has on a person, as Roger was saying, and you were saying, if you want to work and all of a sudden you can't, and you're told you can't, people think, oh yeah, you're just fucking, you can go to work, you can, you're just fucking blagging. I genuinely wish I didn't have to go through what I go through on a daily basis, because it is fucking soul destroying. It really is.
I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
I'm not suggesting for a moment that I'm the worst case out there, because I'm not. There's, again, case in point.
This is the thing, mate. You don't need anybody to tell you can't work. Your own body tells you, time to give it up, mate. I run around on a fucking mobility scooter now, mate, and I'm only fucking 48.
Heather showed me a post on her phone just now in the middle of the stream here, and she actually said, look at the dates and what it is, and it was 9 years to the day today that I had my bypass. And I went straight back to work after that, and I was riding mountain bikes after that as well.
Yeah.
Do you
remember that guy Swampy that was always protesting the
the tunnel rat?
He had a heart problem, and they offered him a bypass or he died, but he refused it for some reason.
Yeah, mine wouldn't at the top. It was from the aorta down to my leg. Aortic femoral bypass, mine was.
I remember my granddad had that operation. Fucking hell, he ticked after they put some valve in that ticked.
I had a bifemoral aorta bypass.
Yeah.
That was 2018 after me cancer was cut out in 2017. But anyway, fellas, it's been lovely to talk to you again. Thank you for having me on again, Simon.
No worries, mate.
It was just to say that, don't pay council tax. You got to squeeze it in the bollocks where it hurts, isn't it? And their bollocks is their wallet, isn't it? So keep smiling, fellas. Keep shining, and I'll call in again some other time. Yeah.
All right, mate. Take it steady.
No worries, buddy.
Easy, man. Speak soon.
Smiling.
Have we got some of your followers in here, Pat?
Bye for now.
See you later.
I don't know. There might be a few in there.
Just going through the comments, and I think we've got some of your followers in it, mate. Some of your loyal trolls in it. I'm not sure.
There was a few in earlier.
What am I missing?
I don't know. Go back a bit. Just wondering. That was all. Right.
We got some of our good ones in there as well.
Yeah, somebody was saying that they put a comment on Welshie's stream a while back and it got deleted. I don't know who had deleted that, and it could have been YouTube itself. All right, so I don't know.
YouTube are all over the place today on streams and all sorts. They're deleting all sorts of things simply because of what's been happening today.
Lost souls. I'm a loyal troll of Paps. Yes.
She's our top troll.
Yeah.
Hey, Titch.
Yes.
She's our troll killer. She's our troll killer.
Yeah.
She won't have none of it.
Alan's in.
Troll in there as well.
Keep the noise down, Alan. Cheers. Off the back, guys and girls. Remember, you're founding someone at least who wants to stay. Be strong face. Let me all Bob. Night, Bob. Thank you very much, Bob. Stuart B. He's a troll, apparently. There you go.
Matt Mitchell says his comment got deleted off of yours, Roger.
Yeah, there was no comments deleted other than Crinkle. And I think it was Tiff spotted him first and blotted him out.
Henners? Yes. I don't think Henners has popped in tonight, Mr. Crinks. For some reason. Yes.
Anyway, good evening, Alan.
No, well, he was on early. He was on this morning, wasn't he? But it was him popped up this morning, wasn't it? It said he'll let us in.
Yeah, he was begging to come in.
I'm sure he said, I've not had any crack today. I'm okay. I'm sure.
So proud.
How you doing, Alan? Sorry, fella.
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Not so bad, mate. Thank you.
How was the party?
Okay. That good.
The enthusiasm. Can you hear it? I can feel it pouring off him. Yeah. Crinkle in rehab. Yeah.
That's where he needs to be.
Yeah. What can I say? I don't think Crinkle wants to rehab. I think he quite likes his little habit. Which is fine. Anyway,
I said it this morning that just him the other day on your live stream last week explained a hell of a lot. I'm still not going to forgive him for the shit he's done, but it does explain an awful lot.
Indeed. Right, we got a call. Evening.
Evening, Simon.
How are you, dear?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm getting through the orange cider.
Are you enjoying though?
I prefer to say the normal Thatcher's Gold, but it's okay.
He's getting alcoholically tangoed.
Yeah. So Glenn's
But how have you been today?
Tired all the time. Don't know why. Fuck knows.
Working okay?
Works fucking awful. It's flat out. We're just non-stop. In there at fucking R5 in the morning, you just don't stop again till R5, 5:45 again.
Oh.
And it's just non-stop all fucking day. And it's grueling. And you're getting thrown around all over the place. But it is what it is.
Well, how much time have you got off this weekend then?
All of it. And in fairness, I spent last night, I went to bed early, and I was meant to go to bed early tonight, but here we are. But yeah, I've stayed in all day. Thought, fuck it. I didn't want to go out there and mix with the normies and not be on board with their fucking flag waving and the rest of it. Because a lot of them are innocent people that just don't know what's going on, and I don't want to get into an argument with them. So I just thought, fuck it. Best thing I can do is stay away from their little party, and that's it.
Well, the thing is, if you show your opinion on public, you get attacked for it.
I don't mind that, but I just it gets tiring.
I only found out that there was an actual showing of the coronation in the park on Facebook after.
Oh, there was quite a few places put big screens up. And
is Paulie Walnuts one of yours, by the way, Pat?
I don't know. I was just going to say, I don't think it is Seismosaur. It's not talking with a Filipino accent.
Is Paulie Walnuts Crinkle?
Somebody you pooed the bed.
Yeah, it's Paulie Walnuts. He's been making quite a lot of sense tonight, really.
Oh.
So, but yes. So,
evening, Chitch.
So other than that, everything all right with you?
Well, I have had a big fallout with my lads over the two genders and the trans, etc., etc.
Yeah. I don't know what you can say about that because he's being programmed by his handlers, isn't he?
Yes. So, but there's a saying, shooting his own nest with not just myself, but with the trust that I volunteer with.
Mm-hmm.
So, they've seen another side of him and the way that he is with me. But yes.
I don't know what to say. It's family for you,
I know.
Yeah.
But he plastered it on Facebook.
He's what?
He plastered it on Facebook.
Oh, very, very stylish. Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know what I really don't want to say.
I know. It's tough. I know. But good to speak to you. And I thought, well, I'll just give you a little call.
No worries, lovely. Right, well, you take it steady, and I'll probably see you in the Discord at some point, all right?
Yeah, that will be okay, yeah. And hopefully if you unlock on me, on your DM with me, and then I can send you a few information.
All right, love, no worries. Right, well, I'll crack on, and I'll speak to you soon, all right?
Okay, I just thought I'd give you a different call.
All right, lovely. No worries. See you in a bit.
For now.
Calling in.
Yeah, she's been on Discord now for years. It's in mine for years. Anyway, right. Where are we? Alan has the camera on.
Ooh.
And he got a picture of him behind as well.
Simon. Comments, Simon.
What?
Comments.
Where am I looking? Oh, Henry's here. Guess Rev won't block
my
me.
God.
So come on, guys, and get me on the panel. I'm drug free, man. Henry, congratulations. But how long will this last? Hey,
So
Henry,
11 o'clock.
Just this. About you wanted to talk about the COVID. They've just the World Health Organization, I should say, have just said it's not a thing anymore. What do you reckon of that? I mean, that's the people that you were saying was they were all knowing.
That's the people you were on your knees lubed up for 2 years ago.
Oh, we're going in dry, are we? Okay.
Oh, I think lube. It's not dry.
I knew when he did in, but I mean, you're going in dry, aren't you, love? Yeah. You've seen the red mist again, haven't you? It's happened again, hasn't it? I'm woefully unprepared for this.
Oh, excuse me, I need to choke.
Fucking picture of health, us lot, aren't we?
The missus just said the stream ain't shut down, the computer ain't shut down for over an hour now. So
true, all very true. Yeah. Well, I knew Alan was coming on.
Alan,
fuck about.
Good to see you, my friend.
Who what?
He can't see us, so can he? Fucking Ray Charles in the house, isn't it?
The screen's really bright. Look, the reflection in the look.
Fuck it.
I know you're doing your Terminator impression.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I need your clothes, your boots, and your computer.
You fucking take the computer. Yeah,
yeah, it's terminating itself.
I want your boat, your coat, and your.
You sure you're not connected to Skynet?
Alec, I've got to be honest. I don't know what you're referring to, but no issue. No issue.
Alec,
I don't remember any issue they brought up.
Alec
so
in the
Nathan's in the chat. Who else is in the chat?
Who?
Nathan Benson. He's in the chat.
Who?
Ah. Didn't know Arnie was Russian. Cock. Big C.
When Henry said I've had all my jobs, all my jabs, and I'm fine, I think that's debatable.
Prior to or after. All right.
Depends what fucking jabs you're having, really, doesn't it?
The world's first fentanyl overdose survivor.
Fuck me, yeah. They took Prince. They took numerous other artists, but Henry's just bounces off him. Fuck him. Okay, so I can see that it's livening up.
I wonder why.
So we got Henry's popped in. Nathan's come in.
He's been in there for a while.
Did you open the door?
Oh dear fucking Lord. Anyway, I'm not ready for this tonight.
Sorry, did you want to
say don't leave us on the Man Up channel again, for Christ's sake?
Yeah, I'll just fuck off for the night and leave you running it. Yeah.
Enjoy. You really don't want to do that. You really don't want to do that.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to have a channel. Remember the last time you got fucking livened up on that shit? So he's like this. He's like pulling up the sleeves. Like, oh no, here we go.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah. Anyway, Alan, you were saying?
I said, who opened Crinkle's door?
Crinkle's back in the house, isn't he? I mean, he went away for a while. We can only wonder where or why, but he's back. Did you get more cider down your Rev? To be honest, I'm struggling a bit to get it down. I've got
that blood orange.
That cider, and the gay fluid.
Oh, Crinkle. That's a bit spicy, that one, isn't it?
Oh, hang on.
Hey?
What we got? Hang on. Well, Pap hasn't had any of his jabs. So that's probably moral compass is wrong.
This variant is bad. What fucking difference is it?
Oh,
COVID was a thing. I had it. I think Si said he had it as well at some point.
Yeah.
But
wasn't the best thing I ever had, but certainly wasn't the worst.
Yeah, it was probably the worst thing I've ever had, apart from that RTAs.
Yeah, they definitely rank above on the scheme of fucking pain and misery. Man up, Si, and drink it. The coach is leaving Heathrow at 11. Paulie Walnuts is Crinkle's other channel. You know that, don't you? Pish head Simon. Oh, God. They're all in tonight, aren't they? No Bud Light. Strangely enough, no. Blood Orange. Is that a nice one? Depends if you like Tizer. If you like Tizer, you like it. I can't help but think of Blood Orange and think of something completely different. But yeah. That looks sore. Looks like a Blood Orange.
When you said Blood Orange, I thought, I'm not drinking. No, not that I drink anyway now, but no.
Oh, he got on there and punched it in like a Blood Orange. Anyway.
Looks
like Roy's in the house somewhere. Right, man. Anyway, I like that Henry Crinkle. He's lovely. Yeah. And that's Roy. It's not this Crinkle bloke who's that. Yes, Paulie. Well done. Crinkle perhaps paid more taxes from the money donated to boot you than you have paid in 10 years. I see. That's where we're going. But credit to you, Rev. At least you let me have my voice and you don't boot me like Pap and his elderly sidekick, Roger. I'm only reading that, all right? Don't fucking shoot the messenger, all right?
Henry, I'm open to compliments any fucking time you like, mate. I don't mind.
I'll start going red.
Right, there's only so many opportunities you can offer people, mate, before there's no fucking coming back from it. And you overstepped that mark long ago.
Absolutely.
Where's the mute button?
Side effects.
That mute didn't work.
Not nice.
Savor. Is that what they do when they're in the royal coaches when you see them doing this?
They're just
grunt. You love your own brand.
Yeah. It's got to hang around in them bulletproof ones, though, isn't it?
Fuck, oh, yeah. Sat in the beast, smelling your own shit for hours. Right. Anyway, there we are. Where are we? Paulie Walnut, side drink up. The drink drive awareness course starts at 11. I'll see you there.
I don't need to be aware of it. We know how to do it.
Time to let one rip. Yes. Look at that. I haven't had a time and energy. Rah, rah, rah. Mine's a Bud Light, Charles. Oh, dear. Smell-o-vision. Yeah. Anyway, there it is. Right. So what should we do now? Do we? No, that's a bad idea. We did
it's still early at the moment. We could leave it a while before we do that. Pap boots people who have a go at people who tried stabbing their stepdad. What the fuck are you talking about, mate? Who tried stabbing their stepdad? The fuck is that about? Things people come out with is just fucking unreal. It's like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Unreal. That'll do.
Right. Just a quick one. When you put "have you not blocked me" and it comes up, you know you're not blocked.
It and they still can't put it together.
I've never actually just sat here and read all the comments as you go because I've usually got stuff to read out or whatever. The gay bars in USA have stopped selling Bud Light. Well, that's a fucking thing, isn't it? They've stopped selling it.
A lot of bars in the States have stopped selling it. And the supermarkets.
And Bud Light.
That was the biggest mistake they ever made.
It wasn't a good drink in the fucking first place, was it? Bud Light.
Maybe they stopped selling it because the kids keep buying it when you go to watch those fucking stripper hoe trannies that go do their things there.
So is Bearded Veteran one of your friends, Pap?
Yes.
Bearded Vet is, yeah. Bearded Vet's all right.
He's called you a gift.
He calls us a lot worse than that.
It's a typo. There shouldn't be an F in there.
I'll take that as a compliment.
We got the revelers walking home from the fucking the do, and you can hear them singing out there.
Open a window and turn your volume up really loud, and we'll slag them all off from here.
If they're walking, it couldn't have been much of a party.
Yeah. Rev usually gate crashes another channel. Laugh out loud. Well, we could gate crash Alan's, but not Alan. Sorry. We could.
Arsberger stabbed his stepdad, and you booted me off. If you was booted off Big C Rants, it was probably because if it was me that booted you off, you would have had to have done something pretty bad. It may have been one of the moderators that misunderstood what you were saying, but I don't remember when this happened. I don't remember anybody mentioning that Arsberger stabbed his stepdad, and I don't remember anybody mentioning that you got the boot. And the moderators on my channel tend to have a chat a few times a week. And if somebody's been booted from the channel, it normally gets brought up within that chat. And I don't recall that at all. So maybe you and I can have a chat at some point, Big C, because I generally don't remember the situation.
There was a guy that was in my Discord that said over Christmas that he'd had a fucking row with his old man and threatened to stab him. But I can't remember what the person's name was.
Yeah, that was him.
I can't remember.
That was Arsberger's, was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's a fucking wanker anyway. So yeah.
I've heard Stewie. I've heard that Benson's not gay, but his boyfriend is. Sorry, I just slipped out. It just escaped before I had a chance to think about it. Sorry, Si.
Butterfingers.
Yeah,
exactly. Is
that right, Roger?
Yes.
The old ones are the best.
Any of you
I got a lot older than that.
I was thinking you're probably the oldest one here.
Paul Fisher.
Yeah, definitely.
I've earned about 50 quid this month, so no, I really didn't give a shit if I was demonetized or not. I've had literally no views. I went from 1.7 million views just like December time to 150,000 views, but I'm sure that means nothing. Anyway, so yeah, you earned nothing off it and whatever. It's not gay if you don't push back, Pat. Right up to the bump stops, eh?
But the thing is, if you're getting that excited about it and you're laid on your front, you're going to push back anyway because it's going to be uncomfortable on both ends.
Restart your computer after you end the stream so it saves your settings you've changed. All right.
Okay.
I love my brick. Interesting. Rev answered it. There you go. Yeah, so that's it, really. What else to do now? This is it. Pap, do you want to go and start yours up and let them all pile over yours? Look at it.
Is Crinkle still around?
Oh, there's some people that have blocked me who think I can't see them in the comments. Hello, Lisa Sargent. Hello, Richard Upton. Yeah. Oh, little old me, and you felt the need to block me. Oh, how sweet. Fucking. Anyway, yeah, I'm happy to fire one up, mate. Yeah.
I wanted to ask Crinkle a question.
The floor is yours.
I just wanted to know if his cafe was on the corner of Plender Street and Bayham Street. That's all.
Getting a bit close now. Hey. Here we go. The Purge. Oh, here we go. Is when we say here we go, does that mean if Pap fires is up that some of you won't be able to see it, or some of you will?
They won't even be able to get in.
They'll be able to see it. They'll be able to see it. They won't be able to get on though.
Oh, just have to make it clear.
You like.
You like. Said.
Actually, you lied. And you went over to Glyn's channel and told them all that you got booted out my server and that we was horrible to you when we wasn't, because Roger spoke to you quite cordially in the comments and asked you if you'd talk to him. And then I came on and told you that I didn't really like the idea of you being in our server and I would prefer it if you left. I was very polite about that. And then you left on your own accord, but you ran over to Glyn. Oh, they're all beating me, Glyn.
Should we just chuck God bless a link? Because you lot can talk amongst yourselves there and I can just sit here half asleep. Yeah, God bless is like you can talk.
You fall asleep and that'll really see if it's the automatic cut off because you won't be moving the mouse.
Get it? It's worked fine. See, we sorted his settings out. It's not going to go off at all now, unfortunately for him. I've been sat there for 3 hours dribbling into myself. Like, see, we've cured the computer problem, no problem. Evening Revenant. You see, the thing is, do I just do an open panel in my little channel? I got a feeling that could go fucking drastically wrong.
Horribly wrong.
Quite brutally wrong.
And you left us with it on that night as well, if I remember rightly.
We're off air at that point.
Right.
It's not the first time he's done it. He's left me.
Oh, don't be like I didn't realise I'd left you, all right? Fucked off for an hour somewhere else.
Yeah, and
that's fucking bang out of order, you little prick. Bang out of order.
Well, what are we looking at now?
Crinkles just said the elephant has moved from your window ledge to the chair.
Yeah, I'd like to give it a change of scenery now and again, you know. Likes a bit of the old rose oil rubbed into the wood, a good massage.
No idea.
No. Live dangerously, Rev. What is that? Like, go onto my little channel, then just put the link out and see how badly it went. Is that what you're saying? Well, I don't feel like I'm straw man in here.
No.
It's entirely up to you, Rev.
Alan, don't be like that. Look at you like no. Got that hat.
He looks like an assassin weighing up his next target.
Sorry, phone call. Busy. What's that? Bobby's stuck down a manhole. What? No.
No, I quite like, even when it's really bad going off in the comments, I like it. Leave the fuckers. I mean, do we have a way of getting God bless a link?
Yeah, I can get him a link.
Yeah, go on, throw the fucker a link. He won't miss it, will he?
When Pap sent me the link, I thought he was being very quick on his own, getting me a link to that. That's why I didn't use it.
Yeah, it's just take forever for me, isn't it? The pen is mightier than the sword. Come on, Pap. Open the panel. Let's talk about stealing and being a pushy.
The pen mightier than the horse.
What could possibly go wrong?
What's
You can always use the excuse your computer's gone at the Swanee again.
That old chestnut. You've worked 3 times today so far. Yeah.
Turn it off.
Don't fucking turn off and on again.
Yeah.
Those machines. It's not my fucking panel, Henry, you mug. It's not my channel. No point in asking me.
It is. It's his channel. Anyway, well, cool. Well, we had a call. So we're waiting for God bless to pop in.
20 years later, and Pap says Lisa left my server by her own accord. 20 years? Discord been around 20 years.
Say that again. What have I missed there?
I was reading the chat. Oh, fuck, where's it gone? Oh, Lisa Sargent said 20 years later, and Pap says Lisa left my server by her own accord. Hello.
God helps it.
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. It's a special day today.
Oh, fuck off.
Banned.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You only get what you give.
I'm just waiting to Pat to come and anoint me.
Yeah, Pap's in it making friends.
How are we doing?
All right.
Yeah.
You could come in and liven the place up because I'm feeling a bit dead.
Oh, fucking so am I.
Henry, aren't you the one that got a conviction for beating up a woman?
Oof.
And
I mean, you're claiming, you're saying if you was a woman, you'd be getting a beating about now, but I'm pretty sure you're the one with the conviction for beating a woman up. Something I've never had.
Oh,
just saying.
Well, all your victims are dead and buried, aren't they, Pat?
Great
with a shovel and a bag of lime, aren't you, love? Joking, by the way. That's humour. Yeah.
Patio's 2 foot above the door threshold.
All right, Joanne.
Do you know, they found a body under Debenhams in fucking Gloucester, and I was thinking, was that built? And was Fred West working fucking on Debenhams being built? Turns out it was built a lot earlier than that. Yeah. Pat Sutcliffe. Yeah.
I've got the hammer over. I've got the hammer over here.
Yeah, the attitude changer.
Ball hammer.
I've got lots of storage space under my floorboards here.
That's no good, Pat. That takes ages. You've got to do something a bit quicker.
Oh my dear God.
That's my burglar alarm.
I just fucking go into the garage and get the short sawn off. Hey.
I've got this. Bigger than a hammer.
Yeah, Pat, that's for you.
Okay. Oh, here we are then. You invite them on and they behave for such a while. Then all of a sudden, out come the illicit weapons and the accusations.
It's just gone 11 o'clock. It's just gone 11 o'clock, the witching hour, or the bitching hour.
Starting to liven up. Yeah, so don't forget your trench and pat. Yes. So, who do we invite in now then? Yes. Uncle Peter give you the help.
Oh, sorry. I've got to say this because I was screaming at the screen earlier on. Later on, or tomorrow, if you remember this, just go into your device manager and go into the power settings of all your devices and turn off the energy power setting. That's what it most likely is. But it's been okay, isn't it, since then?
Yeah,
I fixed it for him. I fixed it.
Fucking, hey, his missus fixed it. Kind of.
No, kept on fucking messaging me.
Did it together.
What are we together? Want to get into the garden once in a while, fuck the garden and go on holiday. Yeah.
Sorry, Alan.
Oh, kid, eat. You taking a piece? Eat.
How's OBS going?
What we got there?
It's still jumpy. I don't think it's OBS. I think it's actually the capture cards that I'm using, the Elgato capture cards. So I've got their technicians looking into a what's the word? It's on my fucking desktop, so I'll be able to
Basically,
tell you.
they're trying to find out what the problem is, and then get back to you.
A report that they've got their own Windows reporter, which gets loads of information from your computer and puts it into a file. So I've sent that over to them, and I'm just waiting for the technicians to have a look and tell me if they've found a problem. If they have, then should be able to tell me how to fix it. If they haven't, then it could be the device itself. So I'm hoping to get that sorted very, very fucking quickly because it's doing my nuts in. Hello, Kaz. Sorry.
So was that a question of where's the girl that used to come on his streams or mine? Because I think one of it was always Peachy or Pure Filth, as we used to call her. She used to come on mine occasionally.
She was here earlier.
I see she was popping in, but she's probably found somebody better looking to watch now.
And we're all here.
Yeah, well, fucking. Yeah, these fucking younger YouTubers coming along with more charisma, bastards. Anyway, whatever.
How do you think I feel?
I think Simon's wrong. There's nobody better looking than the three of you.
Oh, sounds like she's got a wank bank, lads. Get the photos in while you can.
I've already sent her mine.
I know, and don't they look a mess?
The last turkey in the shop.
Yours have got a little bunny rabbit.
I can hear her phone buzzing most nights under the quilt.
Yeah, it's taking a long call.
She never answers, just lets it vibrate.
She asked me to send her the alphabet one letter at a time.
Oh, I got plenty of them under there, Paulie.
Do you know, I was just hearing, I was in the chip shop earlier on. We got a woman who's a bit of a nutter. And she walks into the chip shop and recovers the other nutter that's in there talking to her and takes him off. And the guy goes, I got a mate who lives below where she is. And all night long, all they can hear is this fucking vibration going off. And it's her knocking her back teeth out with this fucking vibrator. Because nutters get the horn something rotten, don't they? And I mean, she's fucking weird. Must be like late 50s, early 60s. Waddles around the place like this fucking fur coat and these leather boots and shit. Ugh.
Got an Arabian that she plugs into the mains.
She's got something. I reckon I said, do the lights flicker? I reckon that must be on 3-phase what she uses. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's when you hear them start up the motor out the back that's got the
donkey engine to get the other one going. Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? Do you remember those the old diesel blade, right? And it'd have a donkey engine that would fire up to get the other thing running. And you could just see her sat there on the bed trying to get the first engine running to get the other thing going. You're like, no.
Right, just a heads up, Rev.
Yes.
Just a heads up. Richard Upton's telling people that there's a fight going on in here. Lisa Sargent, Crinkle, and Nathan Benson are on, and he's telling people to jump on because there's a fight going on and it's going to be fun. So
where is this person telling them?
On Glyn Simmons' stream.
Yeah, they'll be all on other streams.
He did that the other night. I went on to Myron's, and to be fair, Mr. Benson came on there, and he was quite pleasant. He behaved, but then that Upton went over to there saying, because I was on channel, we talked about things. Yeah, God bless, he's slagging you all off. He's doing all this and doing all that. And to be fair to Nathan, got to give him credit where credit is due. He went back over. He goes, "Shut the fuck up, Upton. God bless, ain't doing nothing wrong. You're a shit-stirring little cunt."
Apparently, I'm stirring it as always. Apparently, but yet I'm not the one that went somewhere else. I'm not the one that went somewhere else saying, "Oh, it's all kicking off. Benson and Lisa are on there, and God bless the UK's on there. Let's all go over there and fucking cause problems." And I'm the one causing issues. Fuck off, you knobhead.
Has Upton been on one of your lives?
You really love being a troll, mate. I mean,
Upton has only been on one of my. He's been on my lives before. He's banned from my channel now, but he actually came onto the stream once because he was giving Fluke Dog. He was giving him some mouth, and Fluke Dog said, "Get on the stream and fucking face me." Granted, he did come on the screen, but he sat there like a little fucking 10-year-old with nothing to say while he was getting fucking roasted by Fluke Dog.
When he was accused of being a troublemaker and a stirrer, he said, "Yeah, that's what I do."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, you got to credit where credit is due.
Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, Grant, I'll give him that. At least he turned around and said, "Yeah, I was fucking stirring." But, you know, the fact that he's still doing it now and fucking lying about it says an awful lot.
To what end, though? What gain is that?
It's just fucking causing issues, isn't it?
No, I think they get a sexual excitement out of it, to be honest.
You said sex and she pipes up again. I'm interested in this. This is quite a good dynamic you've got going on here. What have we got? Anyway, I'm not seeing much going on here, but there again, I haven't been reading much. No,
it's pretty quiet in there. I've been watching it.
Right. Anyway, that's about
if it got too bad, I'd say take it over to Man Up. But
yeah, I'm going to close a couple of windows because I really don't give two fucks what people are saying now. I just thought I'd have a little moment with them. Let them know that I can see them, even though they're slagging me off and they think I'm blocked.
No, I don't even bother going.
Now that's done, I'm done. Did I even have a stroke just an excuse to get on PIP? Do you know what, Henry? I'd fucking make far more money actually working, mate.
What does PIP stand for?
Personal independence payment.
He did a bit. He was in hospital, weren't you? Remember?
Yeah, but it don't matter. It don't matter. Listen, you could show people. You could show people you bleeding out from the jugular, and they'd still say, "Oh, you fucking faked it."
It's a scratch
because they're knobheads.
You can tell when someone's honest because they leave their streams up. They don't delete the comments.
Oh, YouTube does that for them.
Well, no. To be fair, I think I've only ever. Even my live streams. I think out of my live streams, I've got 2,500 videos on my channel, and I think I've only ever had 2, maybe 3 taken down by YouTube. But I've never taken a video down on my channel.
You've left yours up.
I've had to take mine down because of what people have said on it.
I've still left mine up.
What's this?
Sours, go on, down
Is that for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
Go on, down it. Go on, you pussy.
Get in, you good one.
What the fuck is that?
Sours, it's apple.
Oh, you got the other flavours?
No, just apples. Oh,
no, not yet.
Virtual background.
I thought that was a sample you should have been taking to the doctor.
I think that's a sample she is taking to the doctors.
Yourself lucky at M1 she's bought back.
That's one of my second adopted daughters. God, she's fucking mental. That girl, she is fucking mental. She'll put all of us to shame. She's right fucking hardcore. Go out there, fucking do everything, and she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't take no shit. She's a good girl.
Look at that. No, you'd want to meet him in an alleyway where there were cameras, so we've all got a reference of it.
Yeah. Oh God, that's horrible.
Yeah, we wouldn't tell anyone. We'd watch it and then delete it. We promise.
Of course we would. Absolutely.
It's livened up a bit, isn't it?
Just calling lost souls thick.
Is that your drink?
Oh, it's nice. It tastes like that shit up my mouth, which is just give me that green goo.
Oh, mouthwash.
There's definitely something wrong if her shit's green.
Yeah, met a few women like that. No, you're right, love. Not tonight. Dirty girl, where you been?
How could you seriously sit there and call people stupid when you're a fucking crackhead?
Sorry, that night with Crinkle when he went off and he come back
adjusted
with the fairies. That was funny as fuck. On the Man Up, was it the Man Up channel?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I wouldn't do it on any other fucker. No way.
That's what we were on there that night.
One flew over the cuckoo nest. He obviously saw what's her name? Medication Time. Nurse Crouch. What's her name? Crouchit.
Never watched it, but yeah, fuck that.
Well, go for a piss.
Yeah, Bumblebee, if it kills your brain cells, you ain't got to have any to go on the stuff to start with.
I'm curious. What did you have that night? What did you had a boot, right? But what did you boot? Fuck me, you was off with the fairies, mate.
Henry, you do enjoy the banter in here, don't you? I can tell. I'd never gone into somebody's comments before and given it the berries. Just not something I'd do. So even if I didn't like what they were saying in there, I'd be like, oh, whatever. But yeah, the comments are just a different world. I do, but I'd rather have a. You leave us hanging now, is it?
I'll finish that sentence for him.
Preparing. Everybody wants to be you.
Why?
Be like that, Al.
As long as he doesn't want to be in you.
That's a quick piss.
Can we discuss COVID, please, Rev?
No, it doesn't exist anymore. The WHO have told us, Henry.
Can't talk about it anymore. They're not.
You got a bottle under the desk, ain't you, Pat?
What, a bottle of COVID?
Bottle of pissing.
Oh no, we don't want to talk about vax deaths. Yes, Daisy.
There's lots of them.
They're not called vax death. It's unexplained death.
SADS.
Yep.
Off you go.
Excess mortality.
Go to bed.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Come on, you.
Bye.
No.
Good night.
Go on, piss off, get to bed.
It's not as good as
That's not quite what we had in
it's not
mind
as
by
good
an
as a
argument on
taser,
the back.
but it does the job.
You're fat.
They run.
You're obese.
They run when I press
Mate,
that.
mate, yeah, I am.
Yeah, because it sparks the little buggers, doesn't it?
I'll be back with it.
Excellent. Parenting done properly. Come in.
I've usually got one of them in arm's reach myself.
This end of the sofa.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Watson, well done. Saying. You mean they got vaxxed and died?
I've touching your balls with one of those things. It's supposed to, you know, when you're at climax, it's supposed to be, you know.
Right. Okay. So what we're gonna do, Pap? Right? Because you said this on the next get together, right? I'll hold the racket because I'm a pervert, and you just drop the tea bags in wet. All right. Let's see how it goes.
I'm the sort of person that's going to hook it up to a 2 farad capacitor.
Fucking yeah, it'll be lit up. It'll be lit
It's more
up
like a taser.
like Blackpool seafront, isn't it? You're all right, Pap.
Two-tone. What are you talking about? Disrespect for you? I don't even know who the fuck you are. Fucking, some people they just want to get involved, don't they? They just want to get involved. That was climaxed into a sock. Have you ever seen what those things turn into if you leave them?
They're monsters.
Nathan Benson. Oh, sorry, just slipped out again.
Naughty boy.
Anyway, moving on.
Anybody know the dance where the Indian girls dance in a line when they jiggle up and down? No. What race was it that did belly dancing? Was that Greek?
Egyptian.
Right. Anyway, so I am going to wind it up because I'm running out of things to say, to be quite frank. So now would be as good a time as any, but Pap, if you want to fire up yours.
Yeah, I'll go and fire one up on mine. Yeah, give us a sec and I'll let me go get that ready.
God bless the UK is going to be pissed.
How are you going to put it out, Dan?
Pull it out? Oh, not on a live stream.
Yeah, not on here, mate.
Somebody's joined me from the chat.
Henry's asking me
What's
to come on
that?
the panel.
You see no Piggy tonight? She got bored. Maybe she went back to Australia.
Daddy Austin, good evening, mate.
Say no more there. If you know, you know. Continue live from Revs. We'll just do that now. Well. Come on, where are we?
3 holes in the bottom of the garden.
Deep hole of water in it.
Goodness me.
A bit of trouble there.
So they'll all be migrating over to Paps, where the live chat will be slightly different.
Let's get it out.
Steady. Creakle's still asking if you're unblock him, just so you know.
Fuck off.
Apparently it's a no, Henry.
Right, let me just double check my settings on here. Yeah, that looks good. Right, go live. Go live. Right.
Be more sophisticated on Paps. Yeah, we are rough as fuck here.
Presumably, you're going to have your StreamYard link in the chat, aren't you?
Benson, is he blocked? Is he?
Got it.
Benson's blocked from mine for being a disrespectful little twat.
I'll drop in when we come off of here, Dan. I got the link. Thank
No
you.
worries. I cannot do links in your thing because I'm not a mod, Simon. So if I just chuck that link in the private chat there, can you chuck it into your comments for me?
Where the fuck do I copy the cunt? You know?
There you go, Bearded.
Copy link address.
That's the Bearded.
Hey.
I've got it.
I'm running out of room in here. Fuck me.
I can post it.
Yeah, there we go. It's not a black screen anymore. I just hadn't added myself to the feed yet. So yeah. So I'm up and running now. If anyone wants to come over, feel free. You're all welcome, apart from those of you that aren't.
And you'll know who you are when you try to comment.
Right. Well, thanks for everybody for coming in. I'm going to end it now. You can all go over to Paps.
Well, thank you for hosting tonight, Simon.
No worries, mate. I'm going to go in bed. Well, maybe. I might go and crash your stream for 10 minutes. So anyway, say bye all, because we're going. All right?
All right, mate. Take care, buddy.
Have a peaceful evening. What's left
See
of
you
it.
in a bit.